Welcome in, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Starting off with a little bit of a raid. Remember that commercial when you were a kid watching cartoons and the little bugs would come out and the mom would get the can and the little ants would go, raid! Well, today that is Angered Unicorn. Thank you, Angered Unicorn, coming in with the raid. Big round of applause to Angered Unicorn. Raise it up. There we go. Good to see everyone. As you can see, we got the 5L on the screen. Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I going to have to back out of the screen every single time? Or am I going to get the automatic in-game updates when the sim is in? Yes, 3-3 between friggin' rights. Let's go. And Cub fan Steve, we've been in a little bit of a battle here. So let's see. Cub fan Steve won games 1-4. I won games 2, 3, 5. He won game 6. I could have wrapped it up, but no. We got to go to, of course, a game 7, where it's going to be Mario Soto going for Cub fan Steve, and I've got Hank Wise. Both of these pitchers are undefeated. 4-0 for Soto, 3-0 for Hank Wise. Ooh, this is going to be really critical. So I don't have to back out of the game. Please, come on a Tuesday. I don't care if I get rounded 1 tomorrow, but let's get through this first one. Also going to a game 7, we have the Wolfpack and the Caballeros from Famarte. We've got who else going to a game 7? The Nasty Boys and the San Diego Wombats. And I think that's it. All the other ones have been wrapped up, including Mr. Franchise Time Machine. Yeah, Mr. Franchise. Dollar has advanced. Good stuff. The RCMP. Pop Stongoria beats Franchise Time Machine's other team. We also got Tulsa Doom and Charleston River Dogs going to a game 7. So yeah, we don't have much time to get that bingo form out. So let's get started here. Again, the main drops are on. So if you got all your wonderful drops from Angered Unicorn and you got 5 perfects in the packs that you opened up, well, make sure you thank Angered Unicorn and stay tuned because you should be getting the main drops with me today. Oh, so much to go through. Raid! And all the bugs scatter around. We've got 25 packs to give out today, 10 packs in our bingo to 2 different people, probably, maybe 1 person. And then through the years, we're going slightly back to 2012, where I'll have our head-to-head matchup. And again, main drops are on Tuesday. If you don't catch them all with me because you got to work, you got to catch a bus, your internet drops out, you got to go for a meal, your boss comes into your office and says, "What are you doing on that phone?" And you say, "Well, sir, I was just looking up on Google our performance over the last 30 days, and I think we can improve it by doing this, and he's going to give you a raise. But if you can't catch all of the drops with me today, I will be on for at least 2.5 hours. So don't worry. TJ will be on later tonight as well, followed by Ezra Denny. And we got to do the cool shout out. Who is our cool shout out of the day? Let's get this done. I'm going to go Spore or Ezra. Spore or Ezra. Cool shout out of the day. A-Deb gives it, and it is, I'm telling you, if there were a championship for predicting the cool shout out, I'd be at the near end top of the leaderboard. That's for sure. Ezra Denny, catch him 5 nights a week when he doesn't have to work or go to meetings or play board games or clean the cat litter box. 5 nights a week right here on Twitch TV in the evening. And he is followed usually by Franchise Time Machine. A good boom, 1-2 punch in the making. All right, yesterday, the 5L 10-point winner, the Princeton Pack Attack, who is our good friend Kynan 360. Floyd Lloyd Boyd came second. It was a 9-game affair. It went the distance. Hanover, Energy Efficiency, both get 4 points. Mint Hill Hawks, the UCLA Bruins, the Terrapins, and friggin' rights. Let's go, eh? all with 1 point. Coming up later through the years, where you have a chance to go head-to-head in 2012. So if you're considered playing, stay tuned. That'll be towards the end of the show. And here is your bingo card for today, folks. Take it a good look. Take it a good look. Look it over. Think about which line. Game 7 is now simming. So once the game sims and we can see our round 3 matchups, I won't put the form out because one of the squares is, will we get a Kitty or Johnny as player of the game? So I want to show you how many Kitties and Johnnies are available, because if there's none, you might not want to pick the lines that have Kitty or Johnny. Also, Castanar not in the house today, so A-Dub, you'll do the B's as always. B's. Kato's going to take the I's. Arthur's, if you can take the G's for me, I'll do the O's. And whoever figures they have an easy set to check, maybe you can check. A-Dub, if you can check maybe the top ends. Kato, maybe the bottom ends to fill in for Castanar. Unless Arthur's has an either O. I don't know. I don't know which one's easy. Taking a look at the bingo today, it looks like line 1. There are a few changes. I pointed them out yesterday. So don't assume it's the exact same squares. So take a good look. All right, the download is in. The question is, will I get to keep on getting the in-game downloads? We go to a game 7 with Cub fan Steve. And let's take a look at the results. I'm not going to micromanage too much. Just going to take a quick peek. Oh, I guess I get the in-game notifications, Cub fan Steve. Handshakes all around. You win some, you lose some. I tend to lose more than some. But this time I prevail in a game 7. So I will be going on to round number 3 up against our good friend, the Mint Hill Hawks. MW, are you in the chat? MW, I thought I saw you earlier. Maybe not. One of us will get at least a point, MW. It'll be the Charleston River Dogs taking on VR Mind. Popstongoria taking on Dollar. Ooh, that's a matchup. The Chinooks, Torvald, Kato taking on the Ankle Biters. I believe that's BD Cable, I think. I was going to say Popstongoria. No, it's the Tootsie Pops taking on the Wookiees. Don't let those Tootsie Pops stick to your hair. We've got the Wolfpack taking on Macad Cars, Hunka Papa. The Nasty Boys, B-Town taking on Franchise Time Machine. Of course, I'm taking on Mint Hill. No, the link hasn't gone out. I want to show the matchups, and I want you to see how many Kitties and Johnnies, because that is one of the questions. So you need to have that information. Lap, how can we do the bingo form if we don't know how many are available? Kitty? Looks like RCMP, there's 1. Franchise, that's 2. Looks like we might have 2, maybe 3. I didn't memorize all the teams in round 3. So at least 2 Kitties. And then Johnny. Oops, how do you spell Johnny? I think it's Jonn. Maybe that's not how you spell Johnny. Maybe it's no H, Jonn. Let's try that. Nope. We might not have any Johnny. We do have 4. However, none of them are remaining. So it looks like we might have 2 or 3 Kitties that are still available. So I'm going to go and get that Google form for you guys. I'm going to take myself off screen and put the bingo form back up here so you can take a nice, good look at it. And then we'll give you a few minutes to fill out the Google form. Give me 1 sec. It's here somewhere. No early bird draw today, so we won't be doing exclamation tickets. Bingo. What is today? August the 19th. That would be this one here. And link it. You guys, is there one that really stands out? You got one that's just screaming at you, pick me, pick me. Remember, we have 2 bingos. Unless there's only one winner, then they get all 10 packs. Bingo. 10 pack. Give away. Two winners. There we go. The bingo form is there. It will only be up for less than 10 minutes. So we got to get something. We got to get the mood. Let's get in the mood.
Welcome in the homies to the Hound Crib. Grandma, I'm gonna lift your dauber. Sorry, Grandma. It's bingo time. Pump it, pump it. Y'all gather round. Pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. B-I-N-B. Chat be picking a line. Better get your form in on time. Come get your bread. 10 packs gonna stick. A-W. Checking the B's. Bingo union busted. Busted. RCMP. Go Darryl. W caught him fleeing the scene. Hands up. W. They got him on his knees. Dub, 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 dub. Dude caught dissing the hound. How dare he? Not getting out on bail. Never. Judge throwing his butt in jail. Out of hoes, fine. His chatty's always gonna rail. Don't worry, Dub. Checks in the mail. Bingo union busted. Busted. Spy yelling Simmons in. Miller time down the middle. Arthur's chilling and playing the fiddle. Checking cards, hustling his brew dogs, busting. And Cassie with those GG geese. Baby Greek City geeks aiming to please. Lap on the end, pretty brass. Oh yeah, scouting. Checking cards, looking twice. Benjamin's in the mail. Union busted. Quit your crying. Oh, boo-hoo. Pump it, pump it. Bingo pretty dope. Never lose hope. All it takes is one game. Not entering your pretty lame. Real lame. Pump it, pump it. Pump, pump it. Pump, pump it. Pump, pump it. Come get your bling. Cashing out. Time to claim the ring. Ding, ding, ding. B-I-N-G-O. Seriously, where's Scott? You know, pump it, bingo, yell it loud. Yo, bingo, bingo, yell it loud. Yo, bingo, bingo, yell it loud. Yo, bingo, bingo, yell it loud. If you know, you know. Bingo union busted, busted. Bingo call, checkers check. We got a winner from London, it's Wizzy. So many bingos, getting dizzy. 10 packs, one stream is all busy. Pump it, pump, pump.
All right, 2-minute warning to get your bingo form in, folks. It is almost 5L1908 bingo. Get ready. Time is coming. Get those forms in. 2 winners, 5 packs each. And I will be going up against MWB. All right, we are coming back after the break. By then, we should have the form closed. Be back in a couple minutes' time. All right. We are back and we are going to close down the bingo form in 10 seconds. It is simming right now. So bingo, if you're filling out that form, make it quick. It's not a difficult form to fill out, but we are going to end it off in just a few seconds as it is currently simming. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A few seconds for the delay. And yes, Arters. No, about Jimmy. So I was specific. It said bingo union, not all unions. I was part of a union for many different years. Those bingo unions, though, they keep throwing daubers. They make their signs by stamping the words on the sign. We can't have that. That's a waste of good dauber. No. Okay, bingo forms are in. They are closed. And the sim is in. Thank you, Kato. Okay, so let's cancel that. Create our link. Create. Oh, thanks, Adeb. Thank you. Neither of you highlighted it, but that's okay. You're not part of a union. You don't have strict guidelines and rules that you have to follow. You guys are the best. You guys are the best non-union workers I've ever non-employed. All right, there is that. That is ready to go. We got 20 entrants. 20. And the sim is in. The Mint Hill Hawks take game 1. So I will be looking for one pitcher with exactly 100 pitches, 5+ errors by one game, one team, Kitty or Johnny, a blowout, 8+ runs, and a home run by both teams in the same game. All right, let's go to the scores. First of all, do we have a blowout, 8 or more runs? We do not. Next up, 5 errors by one team. Well, the Dollar Dodos almost. Same with Charleston. They came close. Who is the manager of Charleston? Bill Bonney. I think that's Will Nick, I think. And a home run by both teams in the same game. None. Harper, Suzuki. Only 2 home runs total there. So then I got to go in and I got to check, do we have exactly 100? Oh, I forgot to check, do we have Johnny or Kitty as player of the game? Valenzuela, Peru, nope. So now 100 pitches exactly. 113 is the closest. 1-0 for the RCMP. $108. The Wookiees. $156 for McBride. Last week, it took us 2 games to get a bingo. So I changed the categories a bit. 3-2 win here for the Wolf Pack, who I think have either a Kitty or a Johnny. They didn't play this game, though, so maybe not. I thought they had one of those. 100 pitches? Nope. Franchise time machine. You're not allowed to go to the bathroom. Sit back down in your desk, VR Mind. No bathroom breaks today. 4-2 for Mint Hill. And San Diego Billy Goats take game 1 over the Mud Hens. Billy Goats and Mud Hens, 129 and 110. Okay. My bingo efficiently checked as the non-employer of all these other folks. Go back to the bingo form here. Shrink down that. Don't need to see those. So we do not have 06. We do not have 07. We do not have 08. We do not have 09. And we do not have 010. O's are not. Tim, you want a work excuse? Okay. Tell him you have to go to your local Hortons. You want to grab the office some donuts. There you go. That should work. Hey, boss, can I run down to the local Dunkin' or Tim Hortons and grab a box of donuts for the employees? Because I really feel today they could use a little donut. And he's going to, oh, that's a great idea, Tim. Go take a couple hours. Go to the donut shop. There you go. Try that. Bees. A-dub. My little puppy's ready. B6, more than 3:30, 5 hours and 39 minutes in Detroit. And B9, 13 inning game, 19 innings in that same game. We've been getting some long games. They must have changed the coding around a little bit since we kind of whined about it. Well, we didn't whine about it. We just questioned it. It seemed a little off. Maybe they changed the coding because it seems much more realistic now. Clearly, the sim changes are real. Yeah, that was a barn burner. Okay. Kato, any eyes? B6, not B7. There you go. See? You are in line for a raise, young man. I6, what? 4 of them? Usually we get nothing from Cato. Usually he gets an easy day. He's not a slacker, but usually he doesn't have to do much. So Cato, you might be able to take over all the ends here. We got I6, one team using 5+ pitchers. We've got I7, 10 strikeouts. Yeah, that long game is going to give us a lot of these. What else do we got? I8, more than 7 walks. And I10, both pitchers complete game twice. See, I thought I made that tougher. Apparently not. Yeah, Stormbaka. Was that your team? Stormy? All right, let's go first over to Arthur's and the G's before we get to the ends. In case they're still checking the ends. Oh, you can't snuggle if you're on your back, Lud. Come on. Do I look like I'm not a snuggler? Nothing in G. Okay, you got Kato's job. How about the ends? Of course, Stormbaka, you would be the Wookiees. That makes sense. Didn't even have 8 triples collectively. N10, Laps game had 9 hits each. Okay, N10. And no top end. This is a one-sided card. I don't know if we've ever seen a card look this one-sided. Poor G's and poor O's. So if we get an inning with 7 or more runs by one team, which doesn't happen a lot, then we're going to have a bingo. So if you chose line number 2, you are hoping that one comes through. All the puppies, are avoiding the right-hand side. It's like, oh, there's too much cat smell over there. Oof. What about you, Lud? You got to be a snuggler too, right? Okay, Sim is about to come in. Game number 2. Game number 2. Where is it? There it is. All right, winner of this round. All the teams that win this round is going to be able to celebrate at least 1 point. And there's that 19-inning game, 3-2 for the Detroit Wookiees. Look at that. Tied up in the top of the 9th, and then they said, you know what, let's play a whole game. I'll win it in the top of the 13th. Oh, no, you won't. And then finally, bottom of the 19th. Stormbacca, did you happen to see how it was won? Was it like a single, a triple, a walk, a home run? Well, obviously wasn't a home run. Well, friggin' rights, let's go. 6-1 victory. Dave McNally gets the win. Yeah, this is one of those, this is a weird day, Cato, because you're actually getting things marked off and you don't have to tell me that the sim is in. Like, what's going on? Ludlud, franchise, did you change the timeline? Okay, let's go to, I got to check all 5 of mine. I might need help. Cato's he's gonna have like a lot of off time here. Okay, do we have 5 errors by one team? 6 errors for Dollar. Last game, Dollar had 4 errors, I believe. He's got 10 errors in 2 games. They fixed the engine for 1908. It seems to be working well. 6 errors. We get to mark that one off. What else? Kitty or Johnny? Kitty or Johnny? Nope. Blowouts. 8+ run differential. 10-5, 11-6. Nope. And finally, a home run by both teams. None. 1 for the RCMP. Oh, 2 home runs, but they were by the same team. You ankle biters, quit being so greedy. None, 1, 1, none, none. Okay, so now I got to look for 100 pitches. This would be easier if we get 100 pitches. I won't have to go in game by game. 95 in a complete game victory for Dennis Martinez, VR Mind. 3-0, leading the series 2-0 now. RCMP also up 2-0 after winning over Dollar 8-7 in extra innings. 98 pitches and 101. Oh, hey, speaking of unions, can we like collect a bargain and split the difference here? Both of you are teasing. 101 and 98. 1-1 between the Torvald Chinooks and the Ankle Biters. Torvald wins the second game. See if Cato can help our cause. Nope. The Pops and the Wookiees tied at 1 after that long 19-inning game. Pitchers must be exhausted. Topeka only gets to use 1. Detroit used 4. No one pitched 100. 2-0 for Shoreview. The Wolfpack over McCodcar. Come on, McCodcar. Let's pick it up. Pick up those bootstraps. Isn't that what they said back in the dirty 30s or something? Pull up those bootstraps. History buff will know that, not history buff, history rebel. History rebel, who said that? Pull up your boots back in the 20s and 30s. Franchise time machine. Both pitchers complete games, both pitchers 129 pitches. Clarence Mitchell, your player of the game. Reagan Wrights wins game 2 over Mint Hill. McNally, 136, 150 for Mulholland. And finally, San Diego, 2-0 now over the Mud Hens. 110 and 117. String Bean is your player of the game? Okay, let's go to bingo. Yeah, but who said that, History Rebel? Who said that? Some politician, wasn't it? I remember in our curriculum at one point it came up. Okay, so O's. Dollar had 6 errors. No Johnny, no Kitty as player of the game, no blowout, and both teams did not have a home run because the ankle biters decided to get 2 home runs. All right, A-Dub, let's go to the B's. We know we won't have a B winner yet because we can't have a sweep. Your granddad. Yeah, didn't everyone's grandfather say that? No B's this time for A-Dub. All right, sit back and enjoy your mochaccino. Okay, Cato, do we have a winner? Oh, it's from a fictional character. Hey, history buff, where's your question? Where's your historical question of the day? Let's see if we can stump people while we're waiting. No 7-run inning. Dollar and RCMP scored 6. You teasers. You teased line 2. Dollar and RCMP. Well, Dollar's already given up 10 errors in 2 games, so he's done his fair share, folks. Genghis? Did they wear boots back then? Pull up your hairy feet. Probably what he said. And clip those toenails, darn it. Can't have a horde looking like that. All right. Line number N. Do we have any more N's? It was a mocking phrase. Lud likes history too, yeah. Well, we got a history rebel here. Now I see him in chat. I always ask him for our historical question of the day. Please, nothing about bootstraps or unions. No bottom ends for Cato. Okay, let's go A-Dub. Any top ends? No top ends. He's distracted. He's on the bootstrap thing. All right. Come on, Arthurs. Give us a G. Give us a G. We get a 2-0 game yet? Get a rain delay? No G's. We did get Shoreview with 4 triples, but only Shoreview. Well, who are they playing? Who do I get to shame here for not getting at least 1 triple? And we had 5 road winners. So close. That does not count. No rain delays so far in 2 games. Okay, we got about a minute to go before the next sim. I want to go see if all 12 possible lines were chosen. Let's go to the screen. Welcome in, everyone. Should be getting the main drops here. Should be getting your 5 packs. Do we have all lines accounted for? 20 entries. So much better chances. Sometimes we have like 40 entries. Line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, line 7, bunch of line 7s. No one chose line 8. No one chose line 9. No 10. 8, 9, and 10 were not popular choices. We do have an 11 and we do have a 12. Okay. Eight, 9, and 10. Line 8. No one chose that one. It is possible. 9. Only one bingo marker so far. And 10, we have a couple bingo markers. So right now, line number 2 is 1 away. Line number 11 is 2 away. Line number 4 and line number 12, other than the free space, have nothing marked off. Kato, is a sim in? Huh? Is it in? Who's gonna show it first? Yours or mine? There we go. Sim is not in. A-Dub, you eliminated. How do you know? I don't see the red binders or the A-Dub Bs. Sim is in. Did we have our question? Did we get our question from History Rebel yet? Oh, he's thinking. He's coming up with a good one. 2-1, Friggin' Wrights, let's go. Takes out MWB by a 4-2 score. Cal Eldred gets the win, going the distance. I always take him. He was a Waggy winner yesterday. I believe he was pitcher number 9 for the 5L in terms of FIP. Bollinger was not on the list, and he is 0-4. Bollinger did not make the top 10. I don't know if he is maybe not a 5L pitcher. 6L for sure. But he is 0-4. Okay, what am I looking for? 100 pitches. Nope. Let's go to VR Mind, up 3-0, 8-1 victory. And we got 102 for his, hey, VR Mind, high five. The Cal Eldred fan club. Both win, both complete games. Both, I think, have 4 wins now, and both were player of the game. Synchronicity, VR. Take a drink. Non-alcohol, of course, if you're working. Popstongoria also. Oh, look at. Oh, Pops, quit cheating. Cal Eldred. Can we do a 3-way high five? Can we somehow do a 3-way high five? The first 3 games I checked, Cal Eldred, not only was he the winning pitcher, he also went the distance. He also was player of the game. Patrick. Guys, draft Cal Eldred. Don't pass on him. No 100 pitches there. Could we have 4 Cal Eldreds? Torvald, who did he go with? Oh, he went with some Toronto Blue Jay who's 5-0. Yeah, another Waggy winner. He was top 10 in terms of WOBA. I believe it was number 4 as a WOBA pitcher. So here's a guy that you always want to keep an eye out for. Look at his stats. Okay. Can we get a urine sample, please? Because this 0.42 ERA, 5-0, 28 strikeouts. Okay. He's going to be a Waggy winner very soon. Well, he already is. He's top 10 for WOBA. He's just not a FIP guy. He's a 2-time MVP for the Chinooks, round 1 and round 2. He might make it 3 in a row. We do not have 100 pitches. Pops, the Tootsie Pops, and the Wookiees. Wookiees win game 3, 122, 128. An iron winning pitcher. Next up, Makadkar. Hey, the Bootstraps. He listened. Winning in extra innings. Kenny with 121. Did you get all your drafts done today, Spore? Saw you on in the morning. Did you get them all done? Do you feel good about your teams? I don't know which ones you drafted. Do you feel good about tonight's 6L? 95 pitches for McBride. We have lots of sweep possibilities. Franchise Time Machine is one of them. We checked mine, and finally another sweet possibility. The Goats, 7-1 winners, 119, 128. And what is Cal Aldra doing in relief, Tosstown? Are you trying to lose? He should be a starter. Look, we had 3 Cals with the wins today. You could have been number 4. Did you win at least? No. Bill Lee. All right, nothing against Tosstown. They're really green at this game, though. Da-da-da. Okay, we have the errors. Home run by both teams. None, 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 none. None, 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 none. Okay, next blowout. 8 runs. 7-1, close. 8-1, nope. And Johnny or Kitty, Pryor, Eldred, Francis, Eldred, nope. Okay, let's go back to the bingo card. I don't think I marked off any O's. This is a weird card. This is card number 1, by the way. So next time we get to a card number 1, consider what we see here. Let me find the card. There it is. Come on, game. There we go. You liked your 5L, but franchise murked you. And then you did Tuesday Diamond Gold, which is starting now. I think I'm in that one too. I think, is that the weekly? I think I'm in the Diamond Gold weekly. So no B's. No O's. Any B's franchise? Franchise. It's been a long day already. B7. At least I don't give you employee numbers, okay? I make it personal. So stop that union talk. I call you A-Dub, Cato. I don't call you employee 103721, partially because I can't remember it. B7. Less than 4 hits. Tosstown had 3. Because they didn't start Cal Eldred. Any eyes? Do we have a winner? Cato, can you finally announce a winner? Only bingo unions, Spore. Only bingo unions. They might be the same person, Franchise and A-Dub. Because, I've never seen Franchise when I had him on as a guest. He would never have his camera on. I've seen A-Dub a few times. I've got pictures. He sent me a few, but I don't have anything from Franchise. So I might have been speaking the truth there. No 7-run inning. Okay. Do we have any ends, A-Dub, at the top? Or do we have a player of the game that's 60 from Cato? No top end, no player of the game. Okay, do we get our first G, Arthurs? I know you're itching. Any G's? So close. We had a 1-0 game, 2-7-5 games, and 5 road winners. All right. While we're on a break, did we only put on 1 dog, didn't we? 1 puppy, and that was thanks to Tosstown. 1 puppy. All right, we'll be back after the break in less than a minute now. All right, we're back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Happy belated birthday, Kato. Rough. Happy birthday to you. Everyone in chat sing it. Happy 47th to Kato. Lud, join me, please. Happy birthday to employee 1631243. Happy birthday to employee 1634223. Happy birthday, dear employee. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Sim is in. Oh, that's a happy birthday from Cavicom. I'm like, what is that emote? Okay, happy B-Day. All right, here we go. 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 Looking for a pitcher with 100 pitches. Game number 4. We are tied up at 2 between the Hound and MWB. Uh-oh. There's a mutiny, and they brought pizza. I didn't know pirates bring pizza. No 100 pitches there. VR Mind with the sweep. Well, we know we're going to get a sweep. And I see it's a 2-0 game. Terry Mulholland is your winning pitcher, 5-0. 5-4 RCMP also get a point in the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Pops. I believe it might be your first point. Torvald goes up 3-1. Do not have 100 pitches there. The Wookiees, Storm Baca, 2-1 victory. Nope. But we are going to get a few crossed off looking at some of these scores. Shoreview, 1 game away from advancing. 112 pitches. The Grateful Dead balls do not sweep. 87 pitch complete game for Howie Christ. What a game for Howie. Howie, you deserve a round of applause for that one, Howie. And San Diego with a 1-0 win. Casimir with the loss and Casimir with the win. Casimir does both. He wins and he loses. Interesting. One has 122 pitches. One has 115 pitches. But both strong games. Which Casimir got player of the game? The winning one. San Diego. Okay, now I got to look for some other things here. Do we have a blowout? No. Home run by both teams? None. None. Nope. And finally, player of the game, Kitty or Johnny? A lot of pitchers. Seven of the 8 were pitching. Okay, we can close that. Okay, so for the O's, nothing to cross off. Any B's? I don't want to do your job for you, so I'll let you announce it. Sweeps all around. The brooms were out. Line one now is one away. All we're waiting for is a walk-off home run. Cato, do we have a winner? Not in one inning, no. Okay, top ends or bottom end? No player of the game as a 60. And waiting on the top ends. And how about the G's as Arthur? G's, Arthur. No top end. VR Mind wins 2-0. And Friggin' Rights wins 7-6. See, synchronicity, VR. And Pop Stongoria. We all accomplished something. All of us contributed to the bingo squares. VR 2-0. I got the 7-6 and Pop's got the sweep. Take another drink. A-Dub says 2+ or 3+ player of the games are hitters. Well, we just had 7 out of 8 that are pitchers, though. You want to make it even tougher? We already have Johnny and Kitty. We got the POG as a 60 and as a 40-49. So we are one away. We need a walk-off home run. We need an inning with 7 or more runs by one team. We need anything else I'm missing here for one away? Nope. So line number 1 and line number 2 are one away. And then we got a bunch of lines that are 2 away, including line 6, line 7, line 8, line 10, and line 11. Still nothing for line 12. That was the dud today. Yeah, Romaniac. I saw Romaniac was player of the game. I don't know if it was for your team or someone else. 51 was the closest. I thought maybe Hideki, because Hideki won his game as a pitcher, and I thought maybe they would have given him player of the game, but apparently not. All right, 40 seconds to go before the next sim is in. You'd almost need a 40-49 starter. Yeah, like Hideki in that last game. Have we ever had a walk-off home run? We played this, for a couple months now, and I don't know if we've ever had a walk-off that's been a home run. And the G is impossible now, isn't it? Because we cannot get the visiting teams getting 6 wins. So line number 4 and line number 9, I don't think can happen. So we might need to change that one because that is almost impossible. But see, look, his 40 overall is 4-0. 4-0. So it can happen. He was MVP of round 1 for the Wookiees, and he didn't get player of the game. It went to this guy. How? What? How? How does he not get player of the game? I guess he gave up 4 earned runs. That's quite a bit. But why does this guy get player of the game? He had 1. He was 1 for 4. No, he had a triple. Or was that the previous game? 7-5. Yeah. Okay. So he had a home run. Okay. A-Dub, that's why you get to do the first column. That's why you're number 1 in the bingo columns. Friggin' rights, let's go. Wow. MWB 10-9. Thank you, Kato. $104 pitches for Mr. Hill. Mulholland, 116 pitches. Ichiro is your player of the game, going 3 for 5 for the Mint Hill Hawks. Excellent. Friggin' rights, 1 game away from advancing. We don't have to check the sweep ones. Torvald also advances and I believe gets his first point with this team. I think the Suns have a point, but this will be the first one with Torvald. So congratulations, Kato. Payment received for bingo checking. Wookiees also advance 5-4 victory, 121 and 132. Shoreview, the Hunk Papa Makadkar, bootstrap still pulling. Don't hurt your back, Makadkar. Mark Pryor with the win. Not 100 pitches. Next up, the Dead Balls find themselves in a close match as B-Town wins back-to-back games. No 100 pitches. And the other one was a sweep. Okay, so we're getting very few games to check. We've only got 3 games now. There's MW. Hey, friggin' rights, eh? How's it going, eh? Next commercial, we're going on a Tim's run, eh? For friggin' rights. So we got 3 games that have to be played. I do have to check a few other things before I go to my bingo checkers. No player of the game. Any blowout? 9-2. Ooh, that was close. 1 run off. 6-4, 11-5, 10-9. Okay, no O's. Do we have a walk-off home run, A-Dub? Dun dun. There were home runs, but was it a walk-off? And A-Dub says, no boss, no bees. Eyes, Kato, do we have a run with 7 innings? 7 runs. There were some high-scoring games. No eyes. 5th run inning by Lap and Kato. Top ends or bottom ends? Franchise says this is Dead Ball's 4th round 3 since winning. Haven't made a single round 4. Well, you're 1 game away. Can you win 1 of 2 games? Maybe do a little maintenance on that time machine. It was working fine last week. Are you not oiling it up well enough? Huh? Are the gears kind of, is there too much friction? Come on. Maintenance gives you performance. No top end and no GOP. POG. Arthur's. Any G, any I, where are you, Arthur's? G's. Had an 18-minute rain delay for friggin' rights, but not long enough. Okay, that one's impossible anyway. So did we mark anything off here? I don't think we did. We might have a tie. We might have a 20-way tie. What did I say we do for ties here? I can't remember. If no winner, random wheel spin with remaining contestants. Okay, so all 20 names will go on a wheel. So you have a 2 in 20 chance. That's right, Cub fan Steve. You got it. Bingo is hard. Last week, it took 2 games. Today, we're going to a game 6. True. That is true, Tucker. That is true. Okay, well, we have about 3 minutes before the next sim is in, so let's take a look at some other things. Don't forget the PTCS qualification for number 6 is underway. The stats should be updated. You can go check those out in your game. Just go over to the tournament tab or the what's it called now? I don't know. I'm in the game. I can't check. The 4th tab over, tournament results. You can check that out. Also coming up Saturday is the PTMS. I think there are special drops, but don't hold me to that. I don't know. I know they do it for the PTCS. I don't know if they're doing it for the PTMS. Okay, let's take a break now then, since the ad is going to come in. Let's do that. Back in a couple. Thank you, A-Dub. I am going to increase your salary by 10%. That's twice you've helped me out today. Back in 3 minutes.
What do you say, boys? Tim's run? Let's go. What a year. Boy, it sucked. We could use a pick-me-up. Let's go. Friggin' rice, let's go. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. And I think I know just the spot where the coffee's always fresh and hot. And the donuts? Oh, don't get me started on those donuts. Life's alright in a red and a white up north, if you know what I mean. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, bud, you know where I'll be. Let's go. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. Oh, heck yeah, bud. Grab me an ice cap. Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Hey, you better grab me a honey cruller, too. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Alright, let me tell you what I'll have. Double chocolate, honey dip, 25-pack of Timbits and a breakfast biscuit. Actually, you know, make it 2 biscuits. Ice cap with chocolate milk, a Boston cream and a bagel belt. And I can't forget 4 double doubles for the folks back home. Life's alright in a red and a white up north, if you know what I mean. Greatest country in the world, boys. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, bud, you know where I'll be. Let's go. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. How about an everything bagel, actually? Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. And, you know, there's a couple more things. Hey, I'll have a honey cruller, apple fritter, vanilla dip, with extra sprinkles, a couple of those sour cream glazed, and don't forget, old-fashioned plain, peach drink with a farmer's wrap, and hockey cards, a couple packs, and whatever the guy behind me will have. It's on me. And whatever you guys will have, just drop a comment with your order and I'll make sure to pick it up for you. Don't worry, it's on me.
All right, we are a mere few more seconds away from the sim coming in. Game number 6 in this round 3. We've got, I believe, 3 games that have to be simmed. So congratulations to the teams that have advanced so far, guaranteeing themselves at least 1 point. And we'll see if Friggin' Rights can advance. Also, Makadkar looking to fight back and tie the series up. And Franchise. So 3-2 for Franchise right now. Has not advanced past round 3 since he won this on day 1. Day 1 of qualifying on August 11th. Franchise won it fairly handily and has not been to the show the final 8 since. So let's see if he can get his time machine and those watts going again. Or should I call him A-Dub? Let's see. Let's see if A-Dub can win this. Come on, Dubby. Dubby. And MWB, it looks like the Tim's run did help. 3-1 victory. McNally will be your player of the game. And the friggin' Rights, let's go, will get themselves another point. Like Ezra Denny, friggin' Rights have advanced now 3 times to the quarterfinals, and I don't think they've gotten beyond that. So friggin' Rights is tied now with Oops No Bums, I think, with 3 points. 103 pitches for McNally, so we do not hit the 100 pitch mark there. 2 games remaining, so we do have a couple game 7s. Which was the other one I needed to check? Makadkar. Man, his feet must be sore. His arms must be sore. He's working out, pulling up those boots. 9-6 over the Wolfpack. 103 pitches for Bennis. And in the other series, going to a game 7, 2 top managers. Did you really call it? Can someone scroll back in the chat? Did he really call it's going to be a reverse sweep? B-Town wins game 4, game 5, and now game 6. 5-3. 118 pitches, 120 pitches. Dick McBride is your player of the game. All right, let's check a little bit more in depth. Any blowouts? Nope. Home runs? Oh, again, Makadkar gets greedy. 2 home runs, Rod Carew and Mondesi. Brack. And finally, player of the game, Carew, McBride, McNally. 1 hitter. So, unless we get something magical happening here, like a walk-off, let's go back to the sheet. No B's, no I's, no bottom ends. Got a top end, do we? Oh. Which game was that, A-Dub? $18 hits for Makadkar. Way to go, Makadkar. And G8, a 68-minute rain delay for friggin' Rights. You're welcome, any of you that chose line 8. Please like, share, and subscribe. Well, now that opens up a few possibilities. We need 4 more triples, which we came close to. We need a walk-off home run. We need a blowout 7+ inning. And Cato says there is a kitty left. I think that is Franchise's kitty. Franchise, is the kitty well fed? Is the kitty a little frisky, Franchise? Hey? Is the tail up or tail down? Oh, Shoreview. Oh, that Franchise had kitty. I must be thinking of a previous tournament because Franchise doesn't pass up on the cat. Shoreview, are you in the house? Unc Papa. Walling Thomas, Estrada, Peru. I like that team. Bartolo is going, though. Only using 7 pitchers. So, kids, you can get away with 7 pitchers and getting to the quarterfinals. Shoreview. Oh, that's who I need to make player of the game. Buttercup. A-Dub, how could you let me down? Buttercup's going to be on the next bingo card. He's one of my new favorite. Look at him ripping it up. 353, for Shoreview. Shoreview, who's the manager? Engine number 9. I love you. You got Kitty and you've got Buttercup. And you got Bill going. Bad news for Makadkar. I like Shoreview's pitching matchup here. And by I love you, I mean like I love you, okay? Like, come on. Come on. Let's not be 8 years old. Don't get embarrassed. We got a John. Oh, that's the wrong Johnny. Ooh, I got excited there. McNally going for the dead balls. Oh, who's the other kitty? Shoreview and B-Town? Or is it franchise? B-Town. Johnny Hop. Got Granny Hammer, more of a 6L. How's Granny doing in the 5L? He's doing pretty good. Yeah, looks like Granny can play in both. And Hunk Papa. And then finally, A-Dub. Where's A-Dub? There's A-Dub. Yeah, I was right. See, I was right. They do have a kitty. And it doesn't matter if he's hitting 200. You look at all the finals in the last couple of weeks, and over 50% of the time, one of the final two teams has a kitty Bransfield. So, dead balls, you're going to win this game. You're going to win it. Book it. Game's going to franchise time machine because we need a kitty in the final. Well, I don't want to say that franchise because it could be Shoreview's kitty. Maybe. So I can't guarantee you're going to win. A kitty needs to make it to the final. Grizz is in the house. How are the Buffalo Bison doing, Grizz? Happy Tuesday to you as well. Getting the main drops. Everyone that's on the channel today. We're not quite at the hour and a half mark. So if you tuned in right from the beginning, your last drop should be coming in soon. We'll see. Have faith in the cat. Do you need a little good fortune jingle here, franchise? Do you need something to kind of change the way your team's been playing? Because I got something for you. All right, there you go. Let's see if that can change things out. And ignore Ezra. Ignore Ezra. He's probably eaten half of the pizza in the break room. Just ignore him. Go back to your ham and pineapple, Ezra. Like, the bingo checkers aren't done work yet? Did you leave any for them? And did you bring refreshments? Because pizza's pretty salty. Be a shame if you brought the pizza but no refreshments. These guys are working hard. They're working up a sweat. Well, Arthur's isn't working up a sweat, but it doesn't mean he can't have pizza. Oh, sorry. Employee 1632148 is not working up a sweat. Kitty versus Walling, is that right? Is that the two matchups here? Kitty or Shoreview hasn't played it. What? Oh, there he is. Yeah, hitting 250. And Walling hitting 211. See, Kitty's doing better than the Waggy winner yesterday. This was, according to the stats, the number one first baseman, and he's hitting 211. A-Dub, that's the third thing you pointed out that is extremely accurate. Another 10% raise. A-Dub, you get 2 pieces of pizza in the break room. Kitty's hitting at least 333. Now, really, who's the better player? The one-time MVP hitting 333 or this joke hitting 211? All right, game 7 is in. Tense moment. Tense moment here. No spoilers. Please, no spoilers. We got to check out. We're not going to show the highlights of both games, but we are going to take a look at the box score. First, game number 7, Shoreview on the road to Macadcar, playing in Oklahoma somewhere, southeast of Oklahoma City. Game number 7, 1-0, Shoreview after 1, tied after 1. Still tied after 4, game 7. Oh, and then the Hunk Papa, bottom of the inning, Roy Thomas with a solo shot and a couple singles and a walk. 2 more runs scored. It's 3-1. And that will do it. Macadcar pulled his boots up. I guess it does work. After being down 2-0, I issued out the ult. I said, Macadcar, come on. You're better than this, Macadcar. And he comes back to win game 7. Right. Let's check out the other box score or game log. Let's go game log. This one between B-Town and Franchise. 2-0 B-Town right off the bat. That's okay. Shoreview scored first in the other game in the first inning. 2-0. You got a long game to go. 2-0 after 2. 2-0 after 3. Still 2-0 after 4. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-0. Go to bottom of the 6th. A triple by Johnny Hop. A pass ball, and Johnny scores. And then a single by Carew. Wild pitch. Another single. Carew scores. Jack Wilson score. It's 3-2 Franchise. Top of 7, no score. Bottom of 7. 3-2 Franchise. 8th inning. Still 3-2. Bottom of the 8th. Still 3-2. We go to the 9th inning. Not that one, okay? We saw that one. We go to the 9th inning. Franchise. 3 outs away. 3-2 score. B-Town Nasty Boys batting here in the top of the 9th. Game 7. And first runner will get on. Tying run is now at first base. That's going to bring up Richard Hidalgo. Kitty is not in the game, it doesn't look like. Nope, no Kitty. That could be a mistake. We'll find out. Little bunt put down. Perfect. Over to first. 1 away. Runner advances. B-Town has the bunt sliders going. 1 out now for Chuck Hinton. Chuck Hinton. Swings at that one down the third baseline. Runner rounds third. And what was a 3-2 lead has evaporated. It is now 3-3 in game 7. Franchise and B-Town. Ian Stewart comes to the plate. Big swing into left field. Runner's going to tag up and go to third. No, Hinton does not tag up. Plays it safe. Looks like we have a walk to Roy Thomas, and that's going to bring up the catcher, who was used a lot in the PTCS. I believe that's the same catcher. Against Dave McNally. Still pitching here. And that is a walk. McNally is faltering here in the 9th inning. Where's the hook? Come on, bring in the righty. Apparently, time machine wants to lose this game. McNally still in the game. Loaded bases, 2 away. Here's the pitch, and it's a pop-up. And that will do it. Well, tying run will score. However, franchise escapes a potential horrific situation. And now, can we get a home run to walk it off? Because it would give a bingo. Denny Walling, who we taunted. Denny Walling. He swings, that gets by the infield. Leadoff runner on, winning run now on first base for Johnny Hopp, left fielder for franchise. Deep, not deep enough. 1 away. This is exciting. We got qualifying points on the line. Johnny, the catcher, with 1 out, runner on first. Low pitch. Going to move the winning run over to second base. Rod Carew. Now, Rod Carew won the Waggy Award for the best second baseman yesterday. So I have high hopes for Rod. I'm going to call a hit to the gap in left center field. Big swing. Oh, what a grab by the first baseman. They take the runner out at second. Cannot turn the double play, and that makes things even more intriguing. They do not bring Kitty in to pinch hit. They bring in a lefty, Cabrera, runner on first and third. We'll see if this is the right decision. Herb McQuaid in the game. 2 outs. Big swing into center field and caught for out number 3. You couldn't script this any better. 2 of the top managers go into extra innings in Game 7 of the qualifying round. Bobby B. Low pitch swung on, out number 1. Usually don't see errors on these animations. McNally, his 10th inning of work. Norris Hopper with 2 outs. Drives that one to shortstop. Fires it over 3 outs. Once again, for the second time, B-Town has a chance to move on if he can get 3 outs and score in the next inning. Franchise, though, can move on this inning. Herbie Hubie. Why can't we have a baseball player named Herbie Hubie? Herbie, some guy's up. Player number 16384. That's easier. I can pronounce numbers. Brooks drives that one into right field. Once again, leadoff runner on. Can franchise take advantage of it? And look who is pinch hitting. How dare thee not bring in Kitty to pinch hit? They bring in Jose. I don't know, franchise. We'll see. Wagner with the pitch. Canseco with a rare single. Runner's going to round second. Hold up. First and second, no one out for the dead balls. Gibby Brack is, okay, you're doing this on purpose. 3 pinch hitters. None of them are Kitty. Gibby Brack to face Wagner. We have our first triple play. High, it is ball 3, and then ball 4 comes after that. Oh, yeah. Another pinch hitter. It's not Kitty. Is he really on your team? Or was he pinch hit for earlier? 4 pinch hitters. How deep of a bench do you have? This would have been perfect, franchise. Kitty could have been the hero. No, bring in Phil Clark. Hero or GOAT? No one out. And that is low. We have a walk-off situation, and the Kitty Kitty song is going to give the victory to the Dead Balls. There you go. That was exciting. I did not know the score. I was going inning by inning, and I saw it was within 1 in the 9th, and I said, let's go watch the highlights. And the highlights came through. Storm Baca, I didn't miss you earlier. I want to give you a big shout out, Storm Baca, with the sub tier 1.
Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine.
Oh, you are definitely a friend. Anyone that's a Star Wars fan, a Chewie fan, and a subber. Thank you so much, Storm Baca. I'm glad you're enjoying the 5L. Good to see you on stream the last little bit here. And I hope you pull something good in your packs. I work a ton to try and pull off some of these streams, and sometimes they go on longer than I plan on, and really enjoying these tournaments and the community. So thank you. And you broke the what we had going yesterday. Yesterday we had nothing on the activity feed, only a raid by Angered Unicorn. And today was looking the same. We have a raid by Angered Unicorn, and then you with the sub. My first sub in like 5 days. Thank you, Storm Baca. All right, we're on a break. Bingo checkers, please list if we were able to get anything. I know I put that off as we were simming the results of that game. No 7-run inning. No player of the game as a 60. A-Dub, we didn't have a walk-off in the one game. Nothing for triples. And no walk-off, no player of the game, 40-49. So for the second time, maybe the third time since playing bingo, we do not have a clear-cut winner. And I mentioned before that we will not go into the next round to decide bingos, at least not this time. Maybe in the future, that's something we need to consider. So after the break, we will spin the wheel. All 20 guessers will go on the wheel. Be back in. What do we got now? Less than 2 minutes time. All right, so we are back, and we do not have a bingo for the third or second time since we've been doing bingos on Tuesdays in Time Travel Tuesday. No bingo. So that means everyone that entered a form will be put on the wheel. We will spin it 2 times. Each winner will get 5 packs each. And I think starting next week, if there's still a tie, because I can stream a little longer now on Tuesdays, I think if there's still no bingos after Game 7, we'll continue it into the quarterfinals. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, let me go and find all of our contestants. So the closest, they won't win because they're closest, but line 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 8, 1, 2, 7, 8. I think those were the 3. 1, 2, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 7, and 8. All were within one bingo. And of course, Kitty was not player of the game because he didn't play. Could have been the hero. I'm going to copy all these names. Throw them on the wheel. There should be 20 entries at the top. Here you can see 20 entries. And here you can see 20 responses. So all names are there. We're going to put them on twice, though. And we are going to shuffle it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if someone in chat wants to tell me when to spin, let me know when we spin. All right, Kato with the command. Our first 5-pack bingo winner is... Okay. Well, I've paid off 2 of my employees. Don't say I'm not a good boss. Kato, or not Kato, Franchise Time Machine, our first winner. A-Dub 13 Pac-Man. I like it how it randomly put both your names right next to each other. It gives you like a bigger block. All right, randomize it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is anyone right next to each other again? Ezra Denny. Okay, we'll see if it happens again. We got back-to-back Ezras. A-Dub, you give me the spin command this time. You are going to determine the winner with your single word. And A-Dub chooses... Oh, it almost got to Famarte. But you know what, A-Dub? Good choice, because friggin' rights, let's go. Knock them out of the quarterfinals. And now MWB6 is rewarded. The Mint Hill Hawks. MW, capital MWB6. There you go. You were destined to win. Okay, so we'll check back in on the 5L from time to time. See how it goes, since I've got at least 1 point. I did take out the Billy Goats. Cal Eldred, once again, player of the game for friggin' rights. I believe he's my #1 pitcher and a guy you don't want to pass up on. I mean, he will lose games, but he consistently is pretty good. I don't know who my silver player was. It was Jacob Wilson. Yeah, I had a bad silver round. I mean, he's good, but I was looking for some other players. This is not a name that usually jumps out to me, but he's a solid choice in the silver round. San Diego, they went with, must have been a pitcher. No. They did not even make the silver round. Is this Sporer? They don't have a silver player. And they made it to the quarterfinals. T. Davis. We know T. Davis. Oh, Walker in the reserve? What? Walker? Why would that happen? Is there anything that would cause this to happen that's not user error? Because this is a good player. I can't see T. Davis benching this player on purpose. He was drafted. What computer decision would have to happen for Walker to be put on reserve? I have never seen that. And I can't understand unless T. Davis absolutely does not like Larry Walker, but then he would have drafted someone else. Man, this is a Hall of Fame contender. If T. Davis did this on purpose and wins the tournament, either he knows a glitch that gives victories for doing this, or he's just a brilliant person, or he paid Franchise Time Machine to hop in and check things out. And he went down that timeline. I can't believe this. I'm at a loss for words how this can happen. Huh. Well, he is down, actually tied now, 1 game apiece. He does have the kitty. Always makes it tough when I'm playing against the cat. He didn't pay you. Yeah, well, hey, you got your payment. Thank you for being the butt of the joke. You are bees after all. What else do we got going? RCMP and VR Mind, who both swept round number 3, are now tied up at 1. The Wookiees and Kato also tied up at 1. And is there any stopping Franchise now? Almost being reverse swept. He's putting himself in that same situation again. 2-0. At least Kitty played one of the games. So yes, winner of this round will be guaranteed at least 4 points. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on that. Let me go back to the slides here. A few other things to make you guys aware of. Okay, so we will do the head-to-head. Actually, let me put that form out now. We only had 3 entrants last time, so we may stop doing this if we don't get people interested in it. We may decide to do giveaway packs some other way. Okay, let me go copy. I'd like to see at least 10 people entered. All you got to do is call a game. All right, head-to-head showdown. We'll see how many entries we get today. If it's less than 10, I'm just going to go to bounties starting next week. We'll just do a couple bounties. People like the bounties. Right, there we go. Someone could please pin that. We'll leave that up. So we add to the bingo winners today MW6 and AW13 Pac-Man. Looking at the previous winners over the last couple months, doesn't look, oh yeah, MW6 also bingoed on July 29th. So second bingo win in a month. PTCS, again, coming up at the end of August, PTCS 6. PTMS coming up this weekend. If you qualify like A-Dub did for both tournaments, he's going to get 3 cards just for qualifying. The Red Ames, the Daniel Murphy. 5L. Can't wait till he's in the card pool. And Mr. Escobar, who will also be an option in the 5L. I don't know. I don't know if I would take him. That control. I don't think I would take him. I take him in the 6L, but there is no silver round. It's a perfect round. If you win a round, A-Dub is drooling. Got the bib on Saturday. He'll be drooling trying to get the Wingo card for his low gold daily. Also, if you play other gold dailies, this card will come in very handy. Top 32 people are going to get a copy. And again, because there's only 2 levels, the tournaments and the perfect drafts, only 64 of these copies will be printed. Only 32 Jason Haywards will be printed. Got to win 3 rounds, I believe, to get this one. 16 copies of the two-way Greinke. This is the batting profile. And this is the pitching profile. 16 Greinkes. 8 copies of Ross Barnes. Ross Barnes, everything but power, speed, defense. Only thing missing is power. And if Spora gave him much power, he'd be 101 or 102. So you have to cut back somewhere. And this would be a very accurate representation of Mr. Real Life Barnes. Top 2 people. A-Dub came second in the PTCS, got the Frank Robinson. Becomes second on Saturday. He's going to get himself the Matt Kemp, plus all the other cards below. And the 2 winners. Last time it was B-Town. That's why he made the Lap Hall of Fame, because he was one of the 2 PTMS winners as a pack-only team. If a pack-only team is a winner this time, they'll get into the Hall of Fame. And also, Nicolino wanted you to know that there are some pop-ups. A-Dub mentioned this earlier, but here's the information. 4 perfect draft pop-ups that you can join. So if you're a fan of the pop-ups, played in 2004, all of them are perfect drafts, no traditional tournaments. And also, as of about an hour ago, hour and a half ago, your links to your PTMS tournaments and perfect drafts are up. Hey, Dub, can you confirm that? You can now build your rosters for Saturday's tournament. So a couple announcements there from Nicolino. And again, if you do win the PTMS, you're going to get the 2-way. There's only 2 copies. Ray Brown. This is probably going to be $1 million perfect point card. Chat, would you agree? If someone decides to sell this, it's $1 million perfect points plus. Especially because it's a 2-way. Stormbaka says yes. I mean, in cap tournaments, I mean, as a hitter, he's really good. Pitcher, he's much better. Ray Caldwell, again, if Ray Caldwell was 102, this would be him. I mean, BABIP, gap power as a hitter. Yeah, wonderful card. The Matt Kemp, what do you think, Stormbaka? What do you think this would sell for? Maybe 600K, 700K? I don't think it quite gets to $1 million because these fall out of the meta. I think quicker than Ray Brown would. Ray Brown will be there for a long time. But I think this could approach like 750, 800K. There's 4 copies. So maybe because there's 4 copies, it comes down a little bit. Yeah, 650 to 700 to 750. Outfield, though, it's usually, you got so many good outfielders already. You got the Oscar Charleston. Is this better than Oscar Charleston? And if so, a lot better or barely? Can someone anyone that knows the Oscar Charleston card, give me a quick comparison? Oscar Charleston, 500 clubhouse shot points right now. The bat is better. Not by a lot both ways. Okay, so maybe Matt Kemp doesn't go for much more than 650, 700. I think Stormbacca, you might be right on target. So there you go, PTMS. Good luck to all of those that are trying to qualify. Let me scroll through my slides because there was one more I wanted to show you. This one right here. In terms of the qualifying for the PT or for the 5L, we're now in week number 2. And we talked yesterday, we looked at the competitive site. It has been updated today. And the only update is that the tiebreaker, somewhere I thought I had it on here. Let me see if I can find it. I swore I put it on one of these slides. No, maybe not. Oh, there it is. It's right there at the top. So now for the 5L championship qualifying, yesterday it had your team score, but we had people saying, well, pack only teams, they don't really benefit from that because they're pack only and their team scores are usually pretty low. So I reached out to the devs and they were very accommodating and they said, yeah, we can change the tiebreaker. What were you thinking of? My first choice was to do it by win percentage. And I gave them this as a second choice, and they said this is easier to code. So the tiebreaker now will be most first place finishes from that time period. If it's still tied, then it's going to be the most second place finishes in that tournament. And if it's still tied, most third and fourth place finishes. And if it happens to be tied even after that, then it will go to team score. So I think that is much better. I wanted a tiebreaker. You guys wanted a tiebreaker that reflects the tournament results and not just how many cards you're able to own. So that should be reflected on the competitive site. Okay, we're going on a break. When we come back, I'm going to check the head-to-head entry forms. And if there's not enough, we'll just do bounties. We can do some bounties and watch a little bit of the 5L. Going to stay on for about another hour. So if you are still waiting for your main drops, stick around. We'll be here for another 60 minutes. Back in less than 73 minutes. All right, we are back here. Game number 3 of the quarterfinals has been simmed. I am down 2-1 to the team that did not put their silver card. And I hope T. Davis shows up in the chat because I'm really curious if that was just a silly mistake, but it could end up being a championship mistake because no Larry Walker. He benched him, put him on the reserve roster. So he does not have his silver card in the lineup all tournament, but he does have Kitty. Remember I said we're going to get a Kitty in the finals. It'll either be that one or Franchise Time Machine really likes to torture himself. Once again, up 3-0. Last time almost reverse swept. He will try to avoid getting into that situation again as it's 3-0 up against Makadkar. The bootstraps might be broken. RCMP Popstongoria looking good right now against VR Mind. 2-1. Last was a 5-3 victory. And in our last quarterfinal matchup, Torvald Kato looking for some more points. 5-3. Victorious in game number 3. I mean, I think we have both managers were in chat in this matchup. Both managers were in chat in this matchup. Both managers in chat in this matchup. The only one I didn't see today was T. Davis. I know Makadkar is lurking. Makadkar is there. But T. Davis, I don't think I've seen. So that's an excellent response. I love that this is a community-driven competition. As I said a couple days ago, I am not a competitor at the highest levels. I'm not a PTCS, PTMS World Championship perfect team competitor. If I really wanted to, I think I could open that door, but it would involve I wouldn't be able to stream because I'd be doing everything to try to get to those highest levels. I think I know the game good enough. I've been there in previous years. I've made perfect team every year except this year and last year. But I just decided to put less effort into that and more effort into the streams and creating competitions for you guys, creating opportunities for packs to be given out to all of you, and getting the main drops, which was wonderful on Tuesdays. And so my competitiveness is now based on the lower levels. And speaking of that, it looks like friggin' right's back against the wall. The Larry Walkerless San Diego Billy Goats have a 3-1 lead. That is not nice. RCMP, 3-1 lead. Chinooks, 3-1 lead. Deadballs, 3-1 lead. All 4 series are 3-1. Makadkar avoids the sweep. And now we have 4 possible round matchup ending games about to be played. Cool. I don't think all 4 are going to end. I think we might have, I think it's going to go 2-2. Talked about earlier the competitive site being updated. So it was updated and it looks like it included yesterday's results. Amazing. Thank you, devs. Now, I don't know if they're going to update this every day or every Monday. I don't know. It'd be cool if they updated every day, but it could have been updated today because they changed the tiebreaker. The eye on the prize one, Tucker, is one I get off a royalty-free music platform. It's called Eye the Prize. So you may be able to find that if you look it on Google or something like that. You'll notice now on the far right-hand side, the tiebreakers. First tiebreaker is first place finishes. Second tiebreaker, second place finishes. Then third or fourth place finishes. And then we have your overall team score. So Fenario, Floyd Lloyd Boyd, who was in the chat dancing earlier, Lloyd Boyd, as of August the 19th, has 22 points, 4 days in a row. That streak was broken today, but the previous 4 days, Lloyd Boyd has at least a semifinal appearance, including back-to-back final appearances. Man, oh man, that is very close to Hall of Fame worthy. Really, really good. And I know Tay Morris mentioned earlier that been on a bad losing streak, has not made it out of round one. Tay, you're going to get there. This game goes in streaks. You can see streaks. You can see a little bit of a streak here with the Outlaws. You'll get there. You're going to go on a run at some point, and 3 tournaments in a row or 3 out of 4 tournaments, you're going to make it to the quarterfinals and get those points. It's going to happen. Just keep entering every day. Put in the cards that we talk about on the Waggy Awards that a lot of the teams are using, like Cal Eldred, like Kitty, like Denny Walling, like Rod Carew. Every once in a while, throw on a Joey Gallo. You saw it helped franchise win game number 7. Weirzy in 3rd place, Pack Addicts 4th. So you can see the tiebreakers in effect for 5th place all the way down to 9th place. No, they're not in effect. 10th to 12th, tiebreakers. First tiebreaker, first place finishes. No one has that. Second tiebreaker, second place finishes. I've got 1. Crickets have 1. We move up against Sporer, who has 0, but he does have some 3rd and 4th place finishes. So very cool. It's all automated. I am so pumped that the tiebreakers are a fair way now to settle the score, not only for the top 32, but also for seeding. Remember, at the end of this, the top 32 teams are going to be seeded in the championship. Team 1 playing 32, Team 2 playing 31. So Fenario right now would have the task of going up against Chess Safari. So Chess Safari, along with M-Dub, Bill Bonney, and Miller Time, all get into the top 32 because no one with 1 point has a top 4 finish. Because of that, it goes to team score, which gives these 4 teams the advantage. Now, by the time this is said and done, every team in the top 32 will have one of these filled in. There's not going to be a top 32 team without a top 4 finish. So many games left to play. But right now it looks a little bit awkward because we have all these teams with 1 point. 124 teams have tried to qualify. A-Dub, things are looking good for the Kitties. The Kitties have moved up to 122. Baby steps, A-Dub. Challenge accepted. No, it won't happen. If it was 64 teams, yeah, it would absolutely happen, but not with 32. All 32 teams are going to have at least a top 4 finish. What do we got? We got 48 tournaments left to go. That's a lot. BD Cable, yeah, BD Cable, because of the tiebreaker, the new tiebreaker, it changed from yesterday. It used to be team score. Now it's based on your top 4 finishes. Because of that tiebreaker, you go into 10th, and I go to 11th because you have a higher team score than I do, which is the 3rd tiebreaker. Richmond Assassin Squirrels, Makadkar is going to add to that today. Makadkar is going to get at least 1 point. Anyone else in the top? Yeah. Franchise, going to get at least 1 point. The Wolfpack, I think that's who I'm playing, right? Am I playing the Wolfpack? No, I'm playing the Billy Goats. Were the Wolfpack in this? No, they're not. Who else is still around? Friggin' Rights will get at least 1 point. So they're going to be tied with Ezra, but Ezra will have the tiebreaker because he has a bigger team score. And then after that, VR Mind will move into the top 32 now because he's going to have at least 2 points. So that'll push VR Mind into about the 29th spot. And that's it. So we're going to have 4 teams getting at least 1 point. All the other teams will get their first point. Oh, yeah. I'm so pumped that OOTP has put all this together. Like, I don't have to manually get out the red binder and keep track of everything. All I got to do is keep track of packs. And today we got 5 packs to A-Dub. We got 5 packs to MWB. We got 15 more packs to give out. And I'm going to go check on the head-to-head matchup entrance when the next sim comes in, because I want to see if I'm eliminated. While I'm waiting, let's see how many undrafted teams. I'm not seeing many in the 5L, which is good. If you enter the 5L, please draft, because there are a lot of people that can't get in because it fills up. So I like to check the 4-0 scores. Good. No friggin' way. Do we have 64 out of 64 drafted teams? Last night in the 6L, we had 8 teams that didn't draft. Maybe I need a tournament for that one too. Yeah, we do. 64 out of 64. That is the first time that has happened, maybe all cycle. Maybe the second time. Thank you, manager. I dare you to find another tournament that all 64 or 128 teams have drafted. Even the PTCSs sometimes have empty rosters. You guys rock. Well, I said 2 teams would advance and 2 teams would keep on going. And Rocky Mountains friggin' writes 9-1. Mr. Eldred, once again, is your pitcher of the game. 69 pitches for Scott. So Rocky Mountain will keep on playing with their second team, the friggin' rights team, on a different account. Congrats go to the RCMP.
Canadian pride we represent. We usually wear gray, but you know it's the best when we wear red jackets and fancy hats. Watch us bust and move in our mounty pants. Go, Daryl! You've got soul, Daryl! Go, Daryl! Oh, go, Daryl! Go, Daryl, go! RCMP, heroes and horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. In all of North America, they're the largest force.
Way to go, Pop Stongoria. Holy smokes, poor Spore. What are you trying to do? Woo! Oh. I like it. Now that's a way to get my attention. How did you do that? Did you have to like pay like a, what do you call it, a bit or a bite? Woo! Now that is a highlight. Spore rocks. I already played your song last break. Okay, Spore, I'll get to the DMs in a second. Torvald will advance over Stormbaka. Stormbaka, congratulations on getting your first point. That puts you near the top 32. Franchise won the first 3. The bootstraps being pulled. Makadkar wins game 4 and 5. And so, yeah, I was right. I said half would advance and half would continue on. Makadkar and I still have at least one more game. And Spore, if you missed it, I don't know how this is possible without the user doing it. Did you see that when I mentioned it about the team I'm playing? Who am I playing? San Diego something. How does this happen? The team I'm playing drafted a silver card, but it's on their reserve roster, and it's a good card. And they're one game away from making the semifinals. This is a Sporer kind of team. But this team drafted the guy because the card is there. How does that happen that the game puts him on the reserve roster? It would have to be the manager that does that. Oh, so it's a Walker glitch. Well, the devs got to be aware of that. That shouldn't happen. I mean, it worked out for the Billy Goats today. So it's something that's specific to this card. Okay, make a note to myself. So you were able to put him back on your roster? They boot him off, but then if you notice it, you can put him on? Or do you have to do it after every game? Or how does that work? He's a Montreal Expo. He is not boycotting this. He's just saying the team is so good, I don't need to be on it. Okay. We're going to take our break. When we come back, I'm going to go check what Spore has put out there for me. Maybe we have some special announcements. Ooh, wouldn't that be exciting? Ooh. So for our winning RCMP team, their first 4 points. By the way, before I do that, in case you guys missed it a few minutes ago, we've got a new tiebreaker. It is not team score as the first tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker is first place finishes, then second place finishes, then third place finishes, and if it's still tied, it goes to the team score. So when we look at the Crickets, the Gladiators, and Detroit Lions, all have 8 points. Crickets and my team both have a second place finish, so that puts us ahead of Spore. Crickets have a better team score, so that puts them ahead of me. So moving forward, that's how the tiebreakers will be settled. It won't just be the team score, which is friggin' awesome. All right, back after the break. For Cub fan Steve, for Pops Dongoria, let's hear again from the Royal Canadian Police.
How was your day, sweetheart?
It was fine, but my neck is a bit sore.
Mine too. Do you think it's our mattress?
No, I'm quite certain it's the human beings sitting on our backs.
RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We wake up in the morning and we comb our hair, put on our Mountie underwear, protect the country at any stake, playing with horses on every lunch break. Hey, Buttercup! Come play, Buttercup! Canadian pride we represent. We usually wear gray, but you know it's the best when we wear red jackets and fancy hats. Watch us bust and move in our Mountie pants. Go, Daryl! You've got soul, Daryl! Go, Daryl! Go! Oh, go, Daryl! Go, Daryl! Go! RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
In all of North America, they're the largest force that cares for ya.
RCMP, we're the Mounties! Like the police, but for the whole nation. Protect the PM in every situation. We're the fighters of federal crimes, like people producing fake dollars and dimes.
Hey, Bill! That looks like a fake bill!
In certain regions where the local cops protect the streets and make the crime stop. For others we guard their highways the best, enforcing safety in our flashy vests. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We're the mounted Mounties and we draw the line on dangerous stuff from other countries to mine. Protect the nation from all around and keep the borders safe and sound.
Good night, border. Sleep tight, border.
RCMP, heroes
on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
In 1920, they became the crime fighters that saved the day.
RCMP, we're the Mounties. Our fancy coat is called a surge. It's fresh and fierce and gives us courage. Our baggy pants aren't possible, but they make sailing like this possible. Yeah. Look at me, I'm on a horse's back. Our steeds are trained and they're always black. They're usually just for ceremonies, cause a car is faster than your average pony. So come on horses, it's giddy up time. We're taking you out for the musical ride. It's the yearly time when we tour the land, and even the horses learn how to dance.
Oh, Canada.
RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Those Dudley Do-Rights do no wrong. Come on now, horses, move along.
RCMP, we're the Mounties. So, definitely not the mattress then.
Nay.
All right, we are back with some exciting breaking news, folks. And that breaking news is not that Stormbacca wants Mountie underwear. Although, if you find 2 for 1, I'll take the second pair. Cub fan Steve and Pops Dongoria would like a pair as well. So if you can get a deal, 4 Mountie underwears for a low price, hook us up, okay, Stormbacca? Means you're going to have to take off your Stormtrooper ones, though. I don't know. Tough. So again, we are awaiting the next game to come in before I show you off some exciting news. We're going to wait for this game to sim because it's in the simming process. Both Makadkar and I are down 3 games to 2. Will we get to a game 7? Now, Franchise Time Machine almost got reverse swept last round. He was up 3-0 and had to win it in extra innings in game 7. Today, in this round, he was up 3-0. Makadkar has come back, and it is now 3-2. Will he have to face another game 7? Thank you, Spore, for announcing that in the Discord. That might get a few people coming over to check out the announcement. And game 6 is in. Congratulations go to Rocky, the friggin' Rights. 3-3. They could really use Larry Walker right now. I don't know if they can put him on the team even if they knew. How about Makadkar? Back-to-back reverse sweep situations for the dead balls as Makadkar fights his way back from being down 2-0 in round 3. He was down 3-0 in the quarterfinals, and we're going to have 2 game 7s. Winners will go on to the semifinals. One semifinal matchup is already determined. That's Pops Dongoria going up against Kato. And we have to await the other one. So not only do we get a new tiebreaker system for the 5L qualifying, but we get some exciting quarterfinal matchups today. All right, well, who's just coming in because they want to see something? Who is popping in the chat? The views have gone up just a little bit. It's like we have something to announce. Oh, we do. What is that? Spore, would you like to say what I'm going to show off here? And again, thanks to Spore and OOTP. I just happen to be on streaming when these are released. So we might as well show them off rather than just dump them in the card shop. I'm going to look at it from a 5L, 6L perspective. If the nerds that play iron, bronze, or silver, or gold, what are we showing? The Trove. The Trove is in the house. The 2000s Trove edition. Now, until I get 10 different people giving me emotes, I'm not showing any off. I'll wait. And if I have to wait too long, in fact, you know what'll work? I want those emotes. Make it stop, chat. Make it stop. That's 5. There's 6. 7. 8. 9. All right, we reached 10. Jeez. Even a lot of the fans of the song. I didn't even see Ezra. Usually he would be the first. He'd put like 20 emotes at once. Daniel Cabrera is our first Trove card to show off today. He's a low iron 44 overall. So if you're a big fan of the Baltimore Orioles or of this pitcher, remember the focus this year is 2004. So it is a 2004, and this is his rookie year. Tiny, tiny little bit of a bat. Now, again, I'm going to give you the 5L, 6L perspective. We do have some good iron pitchers in the 5L. Hideki Arabu went 4-0 today for his team. In fact, he might even be 5-0 now. Kato drafted him, I believe. So this is one of those profiles with not a lot of stuff or control. 59 stamina. Oh, these are in the 5L already in the draft. Way to go. Yeah, this guy 5L, I'm taking him. With that pitcher BABIP, yeah, you don't need the stuff because it's 1908. I mean, it helps, but it's not necessary. And the control, yeah, he's going to walk a few guys. And with this stamina, he could pitch the entire game. He could pitch, he could have a complete game with 59 stamina. So I'm totally fine with it as an iron, probably be a bullpen guy. I'll probably have 3 really good starters by this point. But if you play iron, if you play low iron, not going to give up a lot of home runs. And I think this is a very solid low iron card. Again, I don't play iron. Chat, if there's any iron players in here, I know there's a few of you that hardcore play iron. Please educate us. You know the cards better than a lot of us. Is it one you're going to reach out for? 4 points on the cap. So if you're looking for a pitcher cap card and you're willing to spend the 4 points, it's an option. He slots into your bullpen right away. Okay, Stormbaka. So Stormbaka gives it the community thumbs up. Instead of giving it an A+ or 5 stars, we're going to give it the community thumbs up. Next, Mr. Green with the Padres, 2004. Again, Stormbaka, you might know better because you play this in terms of shortstops. He only plays shortstop. Is there a shortstop with better 91 range in iron right now? Is there a better one in low iron right now? Because this would be a low iron card. He's got some gap power, so he's going to hit some doubles against the righties. Going to take a few walks. Going to hit some home runs against the lefties. Range, yes, for sure. Even just low. I don't know what that means. Range, he is the top guy in range? Or he's the lowest in... Okay, he's the lowest for low iron. I think that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, even if A-Dub or anyone has the game open, as I'm showing these, if you guys could pop into the card shop there and just rank by certain categories, and when I call them out, just let us know. Oh, Hetch, yeah, Hetch is a really good iron card, and he has a range of 93. Okay. Now, so you're gaining two range with Hetch, but who has the better bat? The range with that power bat is a beast. So modern era, 6L. He's a nice little pickup in the 6L. Is error on the low side, Will Nick is asking. Especially for shortstop, right? Shortstop, you kind of want that high error. So he's in that Hetch conversation. Solid 5L versus right, yeah. So there are a couple iron rounds. The gap power and the BABIP and the I in the 5L. Shortstop, 91 range in the conversation for both the 5L and 6L. I don't have to show them if you want to. Are they out? Yeah, I guess they're out there though. I guess we have to show them because they're out there in the affiliate community. Brian Schneider, Montreal Expos stud catcher. He is not a low iron though, because the 50 range, the 50 card is now in the high iron. Good against the righties. Gap power I, avoid K. He doesn't replace for me anyone in the 5L or 6L. Like, this is not a card I'm looking for. I'm looking for some of those high bronze catchers. Or in the 6L, you're hoping maybe you get the Josh Gibson perfect card. Always looking for that one. But he's got to be at least catcher number 2 in iron, doesn't he, Stormbaka? Or Will Nick, if you play iron. He's got to be like a decent backup catcher with that defense, if you value defense. So we have high iron Brian Schneider from the Montreal Expos. Very, very good defensive catcher. Don't forget EBC tomorrow. Guess the set. What time do you usually run EBC? About noon? 11 Eastern, noon Eastern? I think it's noon, isn't it? Mr. Brian Schneider is in the game. I don't know if they're in the game yet. They're in the perfect drafts. I don't know if they've been released yet. Next up, Packable Paul LaDuca. I remember him as a Los Angeles Dodger. This is his Florida Marlin card. 2004, catcher, first base. He's a bronze, so it excites me because this is a really good 5L option. Because I don't really care about defense. He can play 3 positions. This is an interesting card. SP. Spacidi. I like this 5L. You know, anyone, you know, Kitty used to catch in his first season. He was a catcher for just a few games. And a lot of the catchers do eventually become first basemen. So it makes sense. But you don't often see a catcher that can also play left field. Unless it's like an NEL card. Rare do you see an outfielder that can catch. The odd time. You get the odd one. 5L. Low, it's a low bronze, so you're going to get this option in round 6 to 9. There's 4 rounds of low bronze. And yeah, he is against the lefties especially. Mind you, he's good against the righties in some ways too. Going to be in the conversation. Yeah, similar to McCarver, just better for caps. Yeah, good drawing point. And wasn't McCarver the Waggy winner yesterday? I think he was, wasn't he? He was the top catcher based on the August data. Yeah. If you missed that yesterday, Go to my VOD, and about halfway through, when you see me showing the Waggy Awards, I went through all the best low dead ball cards, 5L cards. And Tim McCarver was the best catcher based on WOBA. Next up, we're in bronze. I love the bronze. Oh, it's time. It is Chase Utley time. He's back. Oh, you gamblers out there. Gamblers playing the slots. Yeah, there might be a little bit of a cool down to prevent, the spamming of slots. First base, second base. Last year, of course, who can forget the story behind Chase Utley? If this is your first year playing the game, this is the first year playing the game. Chase Utley last year was a replacement card for one of the live mission cards that was an error one. It had the wrong team. It wasn't, because every team in the live missions gets a mission card. And I think it might have been, it was Philadelphia, that it was the wrong player for the wrong team. So they had to replace it after the fact. And they replaced it with Chase Utley. And Chase Utley was like this year's Dave Stieb. He lasted for half of the game. Like Dave Stieb now. Dave Stieb is just starting to fall out of a lot of teams' rosters. Still good at the lower levels. But Utley was a monster, and everyone talked about Chase Utley. And now for the first time this year, we have an Utley card, and it's a bronze. And it's a 6L. In fact, well, I might even play him in the 5L. Not as much. I'm not as excited for the 5L because there's so many infielders. Cabrera, Carew. Of course, you got Granny Hammer, who you could play in the 5L. But this guy against the righties in the 6L could do some damage. Solid second baseman. I'd probably put him at second, and he's got speed. And I like the speed sliders here because it shows he's a smart. It shows he's a smart base runner based on this. He's fast for a bronze. He has good base running instincts, so you can crank that slider up. But he doesn't attempt to steal all the time. He's not one of these fast guys that tries every time. And he's got a good stealing IQ. So I might crank up his stealing slider 1 or 2 notches because he's a smart runner. That's how I read this anyway. Whether it's coded that way, I have no clue. But when I look at these 4 characteristics, that's how I judge whether I want to decrease my sliders or increase them based on speed, IQ, and frequency. The bottom one, I just go with the base running slider. But for the stealing one, I look at the top 3. Eddie Collins, was the guy. That's who it was. Yeah. But it was a fun mistake. Like, that was the best mistake. Like, your first year, you had your boner at the beginning of the year with a couple of the cards. And so you put out a mission called that. And last year, it was the Chase Utley. And both of them were good mistakes. When Spore makes a mistake, he rewards us big time. So Chase Utley, look forward to seeing you in future 5Ls. I mean, future 6Ls. Going to play around with your sliders a bit too. Next up, we move to third base. We got a 63 overall bronze, David Wright. You mention that word and it brings out all the little kids in us. We're trying to be professional. Can we talk about David Wright and his big bat? Look at this big bat. David Wright, third baseman, 2004. $5L against the lefties, $6L against the righties. 91 arm. He only plays third base, so you're locked into him at third. And third, there's, a little bit of weakness for our third baseman in bronze. I mean, there's some good ones, but we don't really have that Bob Horner, right? Remember 2 years ago, Bob Horner at third base would guarantee to hit you home runs every second game as a bronze card. David Wright is going to come into the conversation. I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat. Franchise, quit egging them on. Quit making them come to attention. Stop it. Franchise. I'm going to start coming on your streams and make people rise up to the occasion. Don't. I'm feeling dirty now. Yuck. Go take a cold shower. Have we gone back 40 years? It was a legit mission. It was in the game. Sorry, I'll use code words next time. The mission was Spores Beep. David Wright, 6L, gonna draft him. Might in the 5L. Again, there's a lot of good 5L choices for third base. Not as many good for the 6L. A lot of weak eyes so far. That's the common theme for 2004. We've got low eye on Leduca, low eye on Utley, and low eye on Wright. There you go, Johnny Fury. Was it you that was in Discord always pushing for the David Wright? You got him. Rookie sensation. Do you need to stare at him a little longer? Here, I can take myself off screen. Look at that big bat. That looks bigger than normal. Most bats don't look that big on cards. Well, okay, this is a reverse image. Look at that. Utley or Wright? Utley or Wright? Yeah, Chase Utley. If you're just coming in, showing off the treasure trove cards, we got a couple low irons, Cabrera as a pitcher, Green, good defensive shortstop in the Hetch conversation now in iron. We've got Brian Schneider, a really, really good defensive catcher. That's a 50. And then we have some bronze. Leduca, he can catch, play first base and left field. He's a good early era card. Utley, a good later era, modern era, power era card. And David Wright. Next up, we got 64 overall starting pitcher from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Chris Benson. 5L, very, very splitty. Your right-handed batters are not going to have a lot of success at him, but your Pumpsy Greens, I don't know Pumpsy if he's a righty or lefty, but anyone who's a lefty is just going to eat him up. Maybe not so much for home runs, but more of a specialist if you can get him in the bullpen and have the specialist function work. But if you're facing lineups with a lot of righties, yeah, he is absolutely your guy in low bronze. I don't think he breaks into my top 5 in either the 5L or 6L. Just a little too splitty. But in the bullpen, yeah, I put him in the bullpen as a specialist. Would be Pirates Ace, would it? Pirates Ace. snapshot, Chris Benson. Next up, Scott with 1 T. Where's Scott with 2 T's? This is Scott Shields. No, this would be a bullpen piece. He's only got 2 pitches. Use as you would use at your own risk. If you use him as a starter, he's got the stamina to start, but he's one of these guys that says reliever on the card. He's got 2 dominant pitches, a slider and the sinker, and he's built for that bullpen role. High stuff, high home run suppression. Yeah, this guy in the 6L, give me this guy, please, in the 6L with that stuff, that home run suppression. Very specialized, kind of the opposite of Chris Benson. So if you had Benson versus the righties and Scott versus the lefties, and if you were able to get that specialized role to work properly, it would be dominant. I would love these guys as my 2 bullpen specialists. And Dollar says, Mr. Reliable for a long time. Where else did he play, Dollar? This is his Angels card. So 66 overall, bronze pitcher, bullpen piece for the 6L, Scott Shields. And man, oh man, Spore, you and your love of the Montreal Expos, you're the best. Here we have a little bit of a two-way. He's got some gap power when he comes up to the plate, but of course you're going to be more focused on his pitching. And we're going to leave this slide up as we go to the break. We've got more cards, probably some silver and gold coming up. This is the Treasure Trove. New 2004 cards just released. We'll be back in a couple minutes' time.
Don't wanna waste time. I'll never be this young. I'll never be this young again. Don't wanna chase highs when I'm too worn out. When I'm too worn out. So I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Never coming down again. I was born to be this high. Born to be this high. Born to be this high, my friend. Won't you come up here to my altitude? To my altitude. Yeah, you. 'Cause I always liked you. I wanna share this view. I wanna share this view with you. We're never coming down. Never coming down. Never coming down again. We were born to be this high. Born to be this high. Born to be this high, my friend. Broken people flying like heroes all around town and never coming down. Normal people writing our stories. We're never boring and never coming down. Don't wanna waste time. I'll never be this young. I'll never be this young again. Don't wanna waste life. I'll never be this dumb. I'll never be this dumb again. We're all idiots, idiots, everyone. We're all idiots, idiots, everyone. But we sure know how to have some fun. Oh, we're all idiots, idiots, everyone. We're all idiots, idiots, everyone. But we sure know how to have some fun. Yeah. We're never coming down. Never coming down. Never coming down again. We were born to be this high.
All right, we are back here after the break. Don't forget tomorrow, Guess the Set with EBC right here on Twitch. Your chance to win some packs for guessing what cards are going to be released on the main TWIP set on Thursday. As we are celebrating Theme Week number 4, we are in the 2000s, and a special recognition to the year 2004. So go check out EBC tomorrow. Guess the Set. Try to win some packs. And Cavacom, that song on the break was just for you. Born to be. You can fill in the rest. Dollar says 2004 was my favorite baseball year. I have lots of card shop point or clubhouse shop points saved up. Way to go. I'm very close to getting Oscar. I'm about 60 points, 60 stars. I want to get that Oscar card because I don't anticipate there's a big favorite player coming out for me. My favorite era was the 80s. I really loved the late 70s and 80s, a big Dodger fan. And then, of course, with the Canadian teams. And after that, I think, wasn't a huge fan in the 90s, other than the early 90s when the Blue Jays won back-to-back world championships. Sorry, Philadelphia. But they did. And then it wasn't really until about 2014, 15, 16 where I really got into hardcore following the Jays big time with their just the characters they had on their team. And of course, it was a sad time in the early 2000s when Montreal forced to leave. Management, the value of the dollar back then was horrible. And so just economically couldn't compete, and they moved on to Washington, which what could have been, huh? What could have been? Not getting Bryce Harper in Montreal, not getting Strasburg in Montreal, not getting Scherzer in Montreal. Man, Washington had some great picks in those early years when they left Montreal. All right, our last bronze card to show off today is this guy here, Mr. Hernandez. I would easily draft him in the 5L. 6L, maybe. Again, specialist against the righties. He's got 4 pitches, including the nasty changeup. 5L, probably not. He wouldn't be one of my top 3 pitchers in the 5L. Maybe bullpen, maybe. But you're going to get this choice in rounds 2 to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are a lot of good low bronze pitchers in the 5L. So I like to wait on some of those guys that come up later. But 6L, yeah, I think he'd be, pretty decent pitcher as one of your top 5. Montreal Expos, Hernandez got a little bit of a bat. So in a no DH league, he's got some gap power, little bit of BABIP. I mean, compared to 70% of the pitchers, he's got a better bat. So look forward to seeing him in drafts. Well, we've got 4 more cards, 2 silvers and 2 gold coming your way. So for all the silver nerds out there, I present to you low silver, 70 overall, Mr. Takatsu. Another reliever, going to find him in the bullpen. Once again, splitty. Most of the cards we've seen today have been pretty splitty. Really dominant against the righties. Not going to give up a lot. Not a lot of contact with the bat for him against the righties, even against the lefties. So pitcher BABIP's really solid. And yeah, for those of you that play caps, you drool when you see a 60 card or a 40 card or a 70 card. When you see a card that ends in 0, you kind of get excited because especially for PTCSs, we're starting to see more cap PTCSs come into play. These cards can become very valuable. And I would imagine the variant of this card, he's a reliever, so variant prices kind of aren't as high. But if you can get the variant and boost up his effectiveness against the lefties, he's going to be well sought after. If this was a 73, 74, he'd still be really good. But as a cap card, he's amazing. So 70 overall, rookie sensation from the Chicago White Sox. I don't know, Spore. Is this a perfect? I don't think it's a debut. I recognize that name from previous years, but maybe you can update us. Have we seen this card before? Yeah, both A-Dub and Matthew just love this card. Yeah, this is for a cap silver in the bullpen. He's going to be extremely effective. Now, Matthew, what kind of role would you put him in? Because of that split, would you trust him as your closer? Would you put him as a setup guy, middle relief? Would you put him as a specialist? I always like to ask the good players, especially for relievers, how they would use them. Low silver Mark Eichhorn. Yeah, Mark Eichhorn is even, I think, more splittier, isn't he? At least some versions of him are really splitty. So curious, where do you use him in the bullpen? I know some of you put all your relievers at middle relief. You just set them all to middle relief, and I guess that's an option. But there are certain guys that are destined to be the closer. Yeah, Matthew, that's what I would have thought. Right specialist, middle reliever. Excellent. And that's the same with some of the earlier cards we saw. Right specialist, middle reliever. You've been running specialists with some success. Now, for the newer players, Spore and Matthew and A-Dub and those of you that have been playing the game for a while, if all relievers, is it true that if you do have a reliever come into the game, they have to face a minimum of 3 batters? So if you have someone set to a specialist coming up against a lefty, he still has to stay in for the next 2 batters? I don't know if I'm right on that. I think I heard that somewhere. Not in all eras. Okay, well, thank you. Is there a cheat sheet for that? So it's era dependent like openers. Excellent advice there. So what eras do they not have to stay in for 3 batters? Is it exactly like openers? So if you have an opener option, it also means that your reliever has to stay in for 3 batters? High gold for Blutster. Oscars disappointing. Yeah, I mean, you got one of the Oscars that you got to remember. So many people mention that when they first put a card into the lineup, they don't do well. But over time, he's going to rock for you. Trust me, Oscar's going to rock for you. He's just off to a bad start. February 2020 per Google when the rule started. Thank you, Storm Baca, for looking into that. And Matthew says that as well. Okay, excellent. So for the new players out there, you got to keep that in mind. If you're playing in a tournament 2020 and later, so pretty much the analytic years, keep in mind that relievers have to face a certain amount of batters. But for most errors, you'd be okay. All right, our next silver guy. Yeah, good question. So modern is based on 2010. So is there a 3-batter minimum? Good to clear these things up because I was confused on it. Remember in the beta game, the modern era was set to a much more recent year, which accounted for just crazy games. But then they switched it back to 2010. So how does that affect then? Is it the 2010 settings, but the 2025 rules? Does anyone even know? I don't know. All right, next silver. 1 cap point. But I think if you're playing in a silver cap again, Matthew, are you excited for this guy with 131 power in the modern era? He is not 6L eligible because we do not draft silvers yet in the 6L. He is 5L eligible, but I don't think he would not draft him. Yeah, good comparison. Bob Johnson. Yeah, that baseball reference, Bob Johnson. Not as splitty. In fact, he's better home run wise against the lefties. So 1 cap point in a modern era, in a power era. You're playing in the 1990s, some sort of cap situation. He only going to cost you 1 point. Well worth it to get that power. And it's not like one of these Joey Gallo players or Jose Canseco players where they're crappy in a couple areas. This card there's not a lot of red. There's no red. Little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow. But that power is very tantalizing. Too bad we couldn't draft him in the 6L. He'd be a fun card. Defense is average. You're probably going to put him in left field or DH. Yeah, the beta 24 and 24, that was horrible. I'm glad they changed it back. It was kind of fun because we got to play out a different environment, but it did not work out too well. That's why someone DM'd me yesterday talking about the 5L tournament. I will not mention this player's name, but they DM'd me and asking about the 5L championship because again, we've got qualifying going on for the 5L right now, and maybe this is the first time you're hearing about it. I don't know, but if you go to the competitive website, there is. I'm going to bring this up before we go over our last couple cards. If you go to the competitive website, you've got the usual, PTMS, PTCS results, but they also have the 5L. And we've got the top 32 teams as of October the 5th are going to play in a 32-team showdown. 1 tournament, perfect draft with the 5L settings, which is dead ball. And this has been going for about a week. Floyd Lloyd Boyd is currently number 1. And the tiebreakers were changed. So if you look at this yesterday, it had your team score as the highest as the tiebreaker. It is no longer the team score. Tiebreakers will be settled by first place finishes. If it's still tied, second place finishes. Still tied, third and fourth place finishes. And if it still happens to be tied, then it will be going by team score, which is your perfect team score. So again, they've been able to code that to make the tiebreakers more, in tune with the tournament itself, because a lot of teams are pack-only teams that love these tournaments or theme teams. So it makes it a little bit more fair to have tiebreakers based on the tournament results rather than that team score and how many cards you own. But the reason I mention that is someone reached out to me asking about the tournaments, and in the conversation we were having, they said, Lap, the way you described it the other day about why you set it up the way you set it up, he said, it made sense to me now. He said, I've played this game competitively for a long time, and I always, go for the higher tournaments, the PTCS, the PTMS, the perfect teams. I always strive to be the best there. And he said, sometimes I forget that many of the user base play the game other ways. They play perfect team other ways, that their pinnacle is not necessarily perfect team. It could be 1 or 2 tournaments. It could be the Bagel and Schmear. It could be the Saturday Showdown, or it could be one of these 2 tournaments. And he kind of just kind of thanked me, and he just said he realized that you got to consider, and it's nice to reward the hardcore 5L players that have played it for 3 years, kind of getting their chance at being the top of something. And that's what I do now. I like to be the top of the lower level tournaments. I still try a little bit in Perfect Team and PTCS, but for me, the most fun I have is in some specialized tournaments. So if that person is watching, thank you for the conversation that we had. Still a lot of chance to qualify, by the way. You got till October the 5th. It's the Laptop Pound Lower Level Leisure Lounge. It's not the evening one, it's the morning one in America. So there you go, 71 overall, big power guy. Now we got a couple golds. So we got one more silver. Brad Radke, Minnesota Twins. We do have some Minnesota Twin fans in the house. 5L. A-Dub, not as good, though, as Tukes, is he? He's kind of in that second tier of 5L pitchers. So if you get him offered in the silver round, he is going to be one guy you have to consider. I still think it's a great 5L. Pitcher BABIP's a little low. If we swapped home run suppression and pitcher BABIP, for sure. Stuff, who cares? Got a nasty changeup. Now, there's no DH, so he's not going to help you much at the plate. Very Shaw-esque, but 40 years later. For different eras eligible. 2004 right-handed starter from the Minnesota Twins, Brad Radke. Yep. 6L. You know what? 6L. I might try him. I might try him in the 6L. Stuff's not that great. He's going to make up for it with the control and home run suppression. I think, you can't draft him in the 6L. That's right. No silvers. So definitely, I think more of an earlier era, but by early era, it doesn't mean just dead ball. Like, he's going to do well in the 20s, I think, in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 80s. I think he's going to do really well in the 80s. Power era, he's going to have some success. Nice card. Interesting. Brad Radke. Yeah, I'd run him in the 6L too with that home run suppression and control. Yeah. But definitely a better fit, I think, for the 5L. And I just love seeing new cards. Like, do you guys, chat, give Spore some love. Come on, give him some love, because, there are some games out there, sports games out there, that either never release content or they're all downloadable paid content, or you get them once a month. We're getting so many cards in the last month, not just Thursdays, not just Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're getting almost cards every day of the work week, whether they're Clubhouse Shop cards or limited edition cards. Spore, I'm glad this wasn't your first year, because you might be pulling out some hair with all the content you're creating. You're kind of settled in now. But yeah, just applause. Just applause. Give Spore some love. Come on, Storm Baca. Be Storm Baca. Yeah, I would say he's in the bird. I think probably Shaw and Tukes I'd still take first. But he's close. Okay, next up. Getting Kitty for free. Oh, yeah. Not downloadable, payable content. Don't give them ideas, Dollar. If in the future we see Kitty as a downloadable card for $5, I'm shaming you. That would be one way to stop me from playing that song. All right, we got a couple golds. Let's go on to the golds. In case you want to screenshot it, I'll take myself off the screen here. I haven't looked at them carefully. I just know there's two of them, probably a pitcher and a hitter from 2004. Spore. Paul, is this the first super utility of the year? Are we setting a benchmark here? It is the icon that made its debut last year in the bottom left-hand corner. Which, interesting, is only 3 positions. I don't know if we've ever seen a utility guy with that icon that's only 3 positions. But it's a Detroit Tiger. Second base, third base, shortstop. Again, a fairly smart base runner based on the sliders that we see here. Sometimes you get these speedy guys that don't know what the heck they're doing, and that's why they get caught stealing all the time. If you ever wonder why your speedy guy gets caught stealing a lot, it's probably because their ability is low and their frequency is high. Now, again, here's something I would like clarity on if anyone in chat knows. Stealing frequency. Is that only success? So they're successful 66, or is it a mixture of success and being thrown out? If you see high speed, high frequency, and low ability, don't crank up his sliders. Don't let him steal. Ability is success. Yep. And frequency is attempts. Okay. That's what I thought, but I want a little bit of clarity. Thank you, EVC and Spore. So you want high ability and you want high speed. If you see high speed and high frequency and low ability, maybe avoid stealing with them. I don't know what Tim Raines looks like, but he was really good at the beginning of the game. Remember that Hall of Fame 99 diamond Tim Raines? You had a choice of 4 cards. It was Palmer, Winfield, the multi-positional guy, Biggio, and Raines. And I still remember this, Paul. I still remember it. You and I went with Raines, and a lot of people went with Biggio. And I think Raines ended up being the right choice. When we look back on that, I think Raines was the best of the 4. The other 3 were good, absolutely. But I think Raines had the biggest legs. No pun. So Carlos Guillen, what are we looking? He is not 5L, 6L eligible. A-Dub said a good low gold. Yeah, A-Dub, you could play him in that low gold daily with that Babbitt gap power speed. Yeah, this is a good low gold card for the early eras. I mean, decent for the modern eras as well. There's not really an era he doesn't fit. My Tim Raines is still stealing bases. I'd have to look back on his. Hey, does anyone have the game open? What are the 4 numbers, or what are the top 3 here for Raines? Speed, frequency, and ability. My guess it would be high, medium, high. Someone check that out for me. List the 3 top running attributes for Raines. Good 5L for when we had gold instead of silver. Not happening, A-Dub. I will, as long as I get to make the decisions for the 5L, we will not add a gold tier, and we will not add a perfect card to 5L. A perfect card would just distort it way too much, because the perfect cards in 5L would just dominate. Okay, thank you, Stormbaka. So 101, 106, 109. Yeah, no wonder he steals a lot of bases for me. He's smart, he's fast, and he's successful. So the gold one, smart, Yeah, even the gold one probably does well. Yeah, I don't. I got something in mind that I want to do with the 5L. The next refresh. Nothing game breaking. But I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it. Okay, our last card today. Gold, probably a high gold, maybe. Nope. Pitcher from the Florida Marlins. We have Carl Pavano. Here's our highest rated card of the day. Go get a bounty napkin. A-Dub, clean up the drool. All you low gold daily people, settle down. This is going to be a hot card. Yeah, anything in dead ball era. Hot card. And A-Dub, I know you're going to put a bid in for the variant. So everyone out there, please don't go too high on this. Let A-Dub have him. He's our best gold player. Last I checked. Yeah, he's definitely splitty as well. However, he's so good that in the early eras, I think he's going to be okay. You don't really care about the home run in the early era. But with that control, that home pitcher Babbitt, again, not much of a DH type of, or not much of a no DH pitcher because he can't really hit. My favorite cards now that are not named Kitty or Ray or Dave are cards that are pitchers that are two-way. Because in the 5L, we love our two-ways. In the 6L, we love our Adonis, our cool Papa Bell, our Hilton, because they had so much more valuable as a two-way player. A-Dub, is your 1919 one, is it DH or no DH? Got the circle change. We don't see the circle change that often. Okay, so it's a no DH as well. So you like the two-way pitchers. There you go. We have it once again, one time quickly through. Here is your treasure for today. You can find them in packs. If they're not in packs now, they'll be in soon. We got 44 Cabrera, 46 Green, 50 overall Schneider, great defensive catcher. We've got a 3-positional LaDuca. I like this card, 5L. Chase Utley is back in the game. Very splitty, but really good against the righties. You got the 63 overall New York Mets. Nicolino's happy about this one. David Wright. Does anyone know Nicolino's favorite Met? I do. I interviewed him one time on my channel, and he told me who his favorite New York Met was. I think it was a guy that played in the 80s and 90s. We got Chris Benson from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Again, I would probably put him 6L, bullpen, right-handed specialist, middle relief. We got Scott Shields. Also probably put him in the bullpen, right-handed specialist, middle relief. Hernandez, he can start for me in the 5L or 6L. Not the debut. This is the 3rd year he's been in the game. Reliever from the Sox. High quality cap card for silver. Got yourself an outfielder. Power outfielder. Bob Johnson type of outfielder. Gonna rake in silver. Again, 1 point on the cap. Mr. Radke, a great 5L. looking for him now amongst the elite pitchers in the 5L. Early eras, but can also pitch in the later eras. For now, anyway. Stuff might catch up to him if it hasn't already. Our utility guy has got the little logo on there from the Detroit Tigers, Mr. Guillen. Speed. Probably going to use him at second base and against the right-handed pitchers. And high end. AW, you're so happy this is not an 85. You would cry if this was an 85. Mix this in with the pitcher that came out in the PTCS last couple weeks ago. The guy I was not able to get, I was one round off. And you're putting together a really good pitching rotation for low gold. There you have it. Big round of applause for Spore for putting these cards out today. And thanks to OOTP for continuing to give us new cards, new hope for all of our teams and tournaments. And they're already in the perfect drafts. So if you're doing some perfect drafts today, you may see some of these cards pop up. So once again, big round of applause. Give it up for Spore. And it looks like I have been eliminated. It looks like I lost Game 7 in the 5L. So let's take a peek at that because we are in the semifinals. Top 4 teams. And I don't think anyone's streaming right now. Get this. A team that does not have a silver card on their roster in the 5L has made the Final Four. If you missed it earlier, the San Diego Billy Goats, who is managed by T. Davis, drafted Larry Walker. However, with the glitch, Larry Walker did not get on the roster. So without stud Walker, this team has made it to the Final Four. So if you draft like Spore and your timer runs out in silver, don't worry about it. All is not lost. So in the Final Four, we have the RCMP up on Cato, 3-1. Oh, and I guess that game is done already. Let's go to it. Cato, congratulations on getting 4 points. That's going to vault you into the top 32 easily right now. And is Franchise Time Machine still around? Cracking boner jokes? That's what you get, Franchise, for all those jokes. Reverse swept. The highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Franchise Time Machine was up 3-0 in round number 3. Came back in game 7 in extra innings to win it. Almost got reverse swept by B-Town Nasty Boys. And then in the quarterfinals, Franchise was up 3-0. Makadkar put his boots on. Won game 4, won game 5, won game 6, and won game 7. 2 rounds in a row, Makadkar reverse swept or nearly reverse swept and is on to the semifinals. So we've got a Billy Goats and Makadkar 3-up, 3-2. And we've got an RCMP awaiting the winner. And folks, this is interesting with the RCMP. First of all, they have 2 of the Waggy winners yesterday. Mark Pryor, who is one of the, I think, the number 1 FIP pitcher. Yeah, Mark Pryor is the number 1 FIP pitcher in the 5L, and he is 7-0. So I guess he's a must draft now. Like the stats back it up. We see him 7-0 with pops. He wasn't always an immediate draft for me in the 5L. Cal Eldred is a must draft for me. He is 6-2. And then you got stuck with Fernando. Can't win them all. Just kidding. Fernando is 6-2. That's a great 3 pitchers there. And again, look at his bullpen. He's in the finals. Trevor May has not pitched. Rick Camp has not pitched. And Dale M has not pitched. I swore they fixed the coding on this from a couple weeks ago. He's only used 5 pitchers. Now you have to draft 7 for the game to allow you to put him in different roles. He drafted 8, and 3 of them haven't played. And Trevor May is a really good pitcher. Let's go look at the other teams. We also have the team that beat me, the Billy Goats. String Bean was a top WOBA pitcher. He was number 4, I think, a Waggy winner yesterday. So he's still a very high-end 5L pitcher. Scott is a Clubhouse Shop card, I think a more recent card. So he is not showing up in the data yet. He is 5-2. And he also has Mark Pryor. We could see a Pryor versus Pryor. Yeah, very good. That stuff and pitcher BABIP combination, you don't see that often with a starter in bronze. Usually it's low stuff and high control, but he's getting the job done for both these teams. And finally, Makadkar got Kenny, 5-4. He should be better than this. I would think his stats should be better. But maybe the splittiness, maybe he's facing too many right-handed batters. He's got a 3.61 ERA for a dead ball. That's pretty high. Also has Vargas and Pryor. So all 3 teams remaining in the 5L have Mark Pryor in their lineup. There's the cheat code, folks. Cal Eldred, Mark Pryor. And again, Makadkar's only running 7 pitchers. All of them have pitched. Bartolo has pitched a lot, 51 innings. Good job, Makadkar. In terms of the hitters, 4 catchers for the Billy Goats. Maybe that's another cheat code. Remember how I said a Kitty Bransfield has made the finals like 4 of the last 5 days. A team has had Kitty on their team. This could be 5 out of 6 days. Go Kitty, go Kitty. I really like this Jelly Jackson if you see him in iron. Oh, maybe he did make. Yeah, maybe he was, when he was down 3-0 to franchise, he swapped out Bartolo. Good call there, A-Dub. Yeah, Lave is really good. Like, I love this card. He was MVP of round number. Well, someone's got to take the slack from Larry Walker, who doesn't get to play. Let's check out Makadkar's team. Silver Flint, another good choice. Carew, Waggy winner. Who is his silver? Wow, a closer. Interesting choice there. I mean, he's doing okay for you, but he's not getting a lot of innings. Must have had a bad silver round there. Or you know something that we don't. Denny Walling, he was a Waggy winner yesterday. Best first baseman. Ryan Sweeney. And finally, we got to take a look at the RCMP, who swept one of their rounds, and they have a kitty as well. So we are guaranteed for the 5th time in 6 days of getting a kitty into the 5L final. Yeah, Larry Walker's somewhere in Montreal at the old Olympic Stadium going, where is everyone? I'm here. I got my glove. I'm ready. Apparently, he didn't get the email that the game is being played somewhere else. I mean, look at yours, Pop Stongoria, 381. And I announced earlier, get this, all 64 teams drafted today. There were no gym unknowns, which is going to make my export a lot easier today. Thank you. Thank you to all 64 managers who drafted today. Kitty's only played 6 games. You make sure he gets an appearance in the finals, Pops. Do not sit him for the entire finals. He deserves it. All right, congratulations to our finalists. We got to take one more peek to see who made the final. Was it San Diego or was it Makadkar? Last I checked, Makadkar was up 3 games to 2. It's still 3-2, still showing as simming. Let's try entering it again. Still 3-2. There are no off days today. We'll try one more time. We're on a break anyway, so we'll be back to close off the show in a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. A couple of things I want to do here before we close the show. Makadkar and T. Davis are going to Game 7 in the semifinal, so Popstan Gori is going to have to wait to see who the opposition will be. Will it be a kitty versus kitty? If San Diego wins, we'll have two kitties in the final. Yesterday's 6L, the other tournament that I am so fortunate to be represented by in the OOTP community is the 6L, the Laptop Hound lower level late leisure lounge, got the extra L. This one is a best of 5, so it's a shorter tournament. It's still worth 100 Clubhouse Shop stars, and this is played in the Power era of 1996. All bronze cards up until you get to the last couple rounds, and then you have a couple iron rounds, and then you have the perfect round. What makes this draft unique is it's a around the horn draft or a positional draft, if you're familiar with that. First round, you take 2 catchers. Second round, you take a first baseman, second baseman, and so on. And then you have a round where you take 5 starting pitchers, all bronze. And then in the reliever round, it's all iron pitchers. You have to take 5 iron relievers. And then you have like a mixed up round where you take 5 cards. And then finally, you have a perfect card to take. And yesterday, I had a really good run, taking out some really good teams, including EVC in 5 games. I took out Cato in 5 games, sweeping the Screamin' Eagles, who are run by Stan. And then finally, we went to Game 7 and a 5-4 extra inning walk-off. What a Game 7 it was. The Hustlers tied it up in the 9th, or took the lead in the 9th. I tied it up in the 9th. They took the lead in the 11th, and then I walked it off in the bottom. What a game. What a thrilling Game 7. And was it a home run? I can't remember. It was, yeah. No, not Johnny Bench. He got the lead for them in the 11th. No, it was not a home run for me. So that was a fun one. I do much better at the 6L. I know other people have said that too, that they tend to do better in the 6L than the 5L. And I did want to mention a couple of things. One is someone asked me, do the 6L wins count for this tournament you're having? And no, they don't. It's a completely separate tournament. There are no points for doing well in the 6L. You are playing for the in-game prizes. That's it. Plus you're competing for, top 10 managers. At the end of each month, 20 packs go to the top win percentage manager. So that's what you're competing with in the 6L. But it's just, it's fun to have 2 opposite tournaments. I took Warren Spahn. Not a lot of times do I take a pitcher. Usually take a hitter or a 2-way guy. But he was just heads above the best player offered to me. And he went 4-0. So it ended up probably being the right choice. The team that I played was the Hustlers. Who did they take as their perfect? Wasn't a pitcher. It was Johnny Bench. Oh, yeah, Johnny Bench, who got their potential game-winning home run. Another great choice there. I mean, this is 6L built all the way. Absolute monster, Mr. Bench. So that was fun. This is what the winning lineup looked like. I had Warren Spahn, String Bean Williams. I went with pretty much all NEL pitchers. Dizzy, String Bean, Lino. And I like to gamble on Mitch Williams. Yeah, I gamble on Mitch with that high stuff. He ended up getting 11 strikeouts, a whip just over 1. ERA just over 2. So he's going to either sink or swim for you, and more times he does well than bad. I had a pretty heavy lefty bullpen. I probably wouldn't put Nabholz as my closer anymore. I don't know if I want to chance it with Mitch. Maybe Danks if I had to redo it. I don't know. but it worked out. Hitter-wise, I had Tim McCarver and Jacob Stallings, two really good catchers. Not going to give you a lot of power. I had Balboni and Scott, Cabrera, Geechee, Jackie. Got him in the later rounds. Eddie Grant, Dick Williams. A-Dub, whenever he sees me, says, grab that Dick Williams card. Granny Hammer. I mean, if there are given cards you must take, Granny is one of them. He was MVP of round 1 and MVP of round 3. Bob Johnson, very similar to that new card that came out today, the silver version. And then Hubie Brooks did well for me. He's kind of a sneaky good play. He's a former 6L Waggy winner. Last time I showed the 6L Waggies, he was one of the better. Yeah, I think he was first or second for right fielders. He might have been first. Hubie's a good 6L card. So that was good. It got me 100 stars. Puts me at 430. Spot ended up 27% of my pitch. Yeah, I didn't see the percentage. Like I said, he was just, there was no one. I think Cool Papa Bell might have been there too, but I just saw that Warren Spawn and said, you got to go him. So today's cards are in the card shop. Here they are. Also, if you want to put some bids in on the PTMS cards, you can find those mixed in. Red Ames. I got to put a buy order on Murphy before I forget. So if anyone wins or anyone wants to sell their Murphy, where did he go? Ames, Murphy. $10K is the highest. You know what? There are going to be 200 and some of these available. So I don't need to go too high. I think 14 plus will get them. Pretty sure I'll get them for that. I just want one of those cards. Let's find out if any of these new cards have sold yet. I always like doing the little litmus test at the beginning. So if we go to the card shop, recently released, of course the download comes in. Bell. Let me familiarize myself with Bell. Yeah, that is. I went with Spawn. I think I was offered Bell. But by that point, you know the makeup of your team, right? You know who your outfielders are. And I think I might have had someone really good for the outfield. So my pitching was a bigger weakness. All right, what do we got? What do we got? We want to go. No variant relation. Where is it? Oh, yeah, there we are. Non-live, descending. Well, we got a few people trying to get the cheap PTMS cards for 20K, 30K, 50K, hoping someone makes a mistake and just doesn't put a price in and just lists them, which does happen. I don't like to try and take advantage of people that way, but there are people that will put in the minimum order and hoping that an inexperienced user will go to list them. And instead of putting 1 million, they'll just hit list and it autos to the lowest price. And then that person gets them in their account. So it's too bad they couldn't set higher buy orders on these specialty cards to prevent that, but it happens. Okay, which cards came out today? Cabrera. We got almost a 2,000 bid on Cabrera. Green. One has sold for 3,300, so you can make some perfect points selling off greens right now. Snyder. No one has sold one yet. LaDuca. No sales. Chase Utley. No sales. Chris Benson. Nope. Scott. No sales. Hernandez, no sales. Let me refresh. In fact, yeah, the only new card that is sold so far is Cabrera. The lowest overall rated one is the only one that's sold. Got a bunch of buy orders. Every single one has at least one buy order. In fact, there's 6 buy orders on Scott Shields. Make that 7. Got 7 buy orders now on Daniel Murphy. I mean, if you put in a decent bid, you'll probably get them. There's a lot of copies available. There are a lot of people in the PTMS that don't play with their bronze cards, so I'm confident I'll get it. I know I'll get it. 15,000 sell order on this card here. And really good low cap card there for silver. Other than that, nothing really jumps out at me for the sell orders or buy orders. Well, let's see. Let's open a few packs. AW will be selling his dupes. Yeah, I probably could get it for 10K. There's so many copies. But I'll reward someone that wants to sell it for me right away. I'll reward it. Okay, can open about 10 packs. Let's see if we can get one of the new cards. On the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, thank you, Cub fan Steve, with the emotes. I did pull a perfect yesterday. It was Aaron Judge on my pack-only team. Oh, I got one of those Charger cards. Who was that? Love the new quality of life feature. One of them is you can see how many packables. Bill Terry's are not going very fast. There's still 11 of these. Or no, 21. 21 Bill Terry's. And last open pack, it was Deacon McGuire. That is awesome. Because now I've got more ammunition for some of my variants. Working on boosting up. I forget who it is I'm trying to boost up. Ooh, 5-man rotation. Forgot to set that again. Finished in the Final Four with my Rocky Mountain Gladiators on Sunday. So they went to the semifinals, lost out to the team that won it. They lost in, guess how many games? 7. That's right. All right, I'm going to pull until I get at least a diamond. Diamond or higher. If it takes me 200 packs, it takes me 200 packs. Diamond or higher. There was one time I did open 100 packs on stream and didn't get a diamond. So I better be careful what I say. I could go from 950 packs down to 20. Bill has not made an appearance for you. Which Bill? Bill. Oh, his LE card, yeah. Well, I mean, imagine how many packs have been opened. Like that Bill Terry has been out, what, a week now? Close to it. Now, it is a perfect card. Less likely to be pulled. But still, considering that he'll be in the Clubhouse Shop packs, those Clubhouse Shop packs lend themselves to more perfects being out in the system. Oh, I got that new silver card. Okay, I'm gonna go list that one because I don't play silver here. Where is it? Create sell order. Well, I'm not going to sell them for 15K. I'm not going to gouge you. But it is the first one. I want to set a decent. Let's put it at just under 10K. Let's see if it sells. I bet you it will. I bet you while I'm streaming, it will sell. Someone's going to want that low silver card. Wait for that sell notification to come up. It will show. Congratulations. You just sold your card for 9,100 points. Manny Machado silver card. Well, this is an expense. Why is this expensive? Part of 2 missions. I better keep them. There we go. Here's our first diamond. Who is it? Matt Olson. Quick sell. 4,000 points. And we'll go one more pack. We're on a roll. We keep going until we don't get gold or higher. There we go. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for me. I'm closing in on the 4-hour mark, and that is going to be long enough. We will go back into the 5L and just see where we are. So we got our pack winners. We got all 5 of our pack winners. I'll get those off to the team, and you should get those within 24 to 48 hours. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah. Looking at the 5L. Makadkar. I couldn't really ask for 2 finer people to make their first 5L final of qualifying. It is Makadkar. And I mean, look at the path Makadkar's had to take. We got to shout him out. This is just amazing. Now, I got to find him. I know you guys, he's right there, Lap. He's right there. He's going to be near the bottom somewhere. There it is. Round number 1. Makadkar goes 7 games. Round number 2. Makadkar against the Brenham Foxes, who won this tournament a couple days ago, goes 6 games. Round number 3. Makadkar has to win games 5, 6, and 7. And he does. In the quarterfinals, Makadkar is down 3 games to nothing to former champ Franchise Time Machine. Wins games 4, 5, 6, and 7. In the semifinals, Makadkar goes 7 games against the team that beat me, the Larry Walkerless. He has gone the distance in every single round except for one. which, I'm considering Hall of Fame worthiness. If this goes 7 games and he wins in 7, I think that deserves Hall of Fame. 1 game short of the maximum he could play. That is amazing. He's also made some adjustments along the way, as we saw with his team, with his pitching. They both have Mark Pryor. Wow, Makadkar, if you're still listening, amazing. Bravo. The other packs, we're not going to do the head-to-head showdown. I said when I put the form out, if we don't get, a fairly good response, we're not going to do it today. However, I do have 15 packs to give out, and congratulations, 5 packs each, just for filling the form out. We can't let these packs go to waste. We're going to give 5 packs to Will Nick, and to Tay Morris. You guys are going to share those 15 packs, and that will do it for the head-to-head. We're not going to do the head-to-head anymore. It started off kind of successful. We were getting anywhere between 10 and 20 entrants. I know not allowing people to play twice in a month affects things, but I didn't want the same 4 or 5 people in every time. And that's 2 weeks in a row. We've just had 3 people. So it obviously isn't a popular streaming format. So we will go and we will do bounties on Tuesday instead. Those tend to fill up pretty quickly. So congratulations, Ryan, Bill Bonney, and Tay Morris. You will get the 5 packs just for giving it the old effort. That's going to do it for me. I am not going to stream the finals today. I've already been on for quite a long time, and hitting that 4-hour mark is like, I may be on tomorrow. I don't usually stream Wednesdays. I might come on at around this time and stream the 5L finals. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Angered Unicorn for rating in at the beginning. Thank you to Spore and the team for allowing me to show off the wonderful cards. And thank you to the Storm Baka, the only sub today. Thank you, Storm Baka. Like I said, not a lot of action on the activity feed. A raid and a subscription. Hope you guys got all your packs. If there's anyone in chat that needs a few more minutes to get their final OOTP official drops, please let me know, and I'll play a long outro. Through the years, it's been fun, but now it's going to be through the streamer garbage heap. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all your chat. Thanks for your emotes. Thanks for your positive words. Please keep that positivity going to everyone you come across today. Positivity makes this world so much better. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Buy someone a coffee. Mow someone's lawn. You see some garbage on the street, go pick it up. Even though it's not yours, go pick it up. Put it in the trash can. Make our environment, our community, our world a much cleaner place. It is a great day for baseball. Thank you to my mods, A-Dub. Thank you to, I think A-Dub was, EVC was here for a while. Thank you, EVC. And all my bingo checkers. I know I make fun of you, but you guys help me so much. And that'll be the only time I play that song. Every time I play a new song, it gets some negative responses. So we will keep to some of the more originals that I've created. We're going to raid over to ESC_V. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. Love you all. See you next episode.
Not a long time. shine every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day.